Alright.
Okay. So, are you playing the lounge music right now? I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
I cannot hear it from the site.
Weird.
Alright. Alright, I got the voice again.
Alright.
Now
So,
I can properly do this.
Oh, now I can hear it.
yeah, I just had to stop it and replay it again.
There we go. Okay.
Oh. I like it.
Give me a moment.
Hopscotch and a hopscotch, hoppity hop hop hop. My voice.
No, wait, my mom says hi.
Hello.
Hello, mother.
She's like, oh, looks like, oh, 'cause yeah, my stove said it was 270, so that's why I'm a little late.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, let's see. French accent for today for extra pompousness because it's in line for the character. Although I do not make any more promises to keep it consistent because, well...
Okay, sorry about that. I had a call.
All good, all good. Foofy, welcome!
Alright, so yeah, let me get this going. I'm just trying to start sharing the stream around.
All good, all good.
And we'll give the audience some time to start showing up. And now I got another call! Jeez.
Dang nabbit. Well,
Wow.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a pad so that my plate doesn't wreck my tablet, so I'll be really quick.
That's a good idea, dear.
Nebby, don't touch my food.
Cat starts pawing at the
Don't even
food.
think about it.
Okay, font settings. I'm gonna increase the font size of chat just a little bit.
Okay, I think I just got butt dialed.
Ain't
Those
that
are fun.
annoying?
Danny Lockhart, welcome.
Oh.
Okay. Looks like I'm just messing around with the chat box for the setup here. Looks like it's a bit hard to see from the stream.
There we go. This will be easier to eat my food now that I got this book.
7, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1,
Ice
2,
Drake,
3.
Kalma, welcome. We're just getting.
Kalma.
Hello, dear.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
General Kenobi!
Or I guess in this case, General Kalmobi.
Oh my god.
Oh,
man.
wow.
Dead. Go in the corner.
But I'm eating food.
Okay, well, I'm
You
eating
can still eat food
too.
in the corner.
Fine, I'll go to the corner of my desk.
Okay, so
That works.
alright, shared it around. Now let me bring up the chat on my phone so I can see. Make sure it's muted so I'm not getting double echo.
Exactly.
Alright.
Don't want to deal with that.
None
Okay.
of that.
Alright.
I'm also sharing this one into the end too.
Yeah.
And why not? I'm
Okay.
also sharing this into
I mean, it's
Melissa's
something.
server.
I mean, it's something that you're part of, so why not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Plus, the more exposure we get, the better it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Since everybody's sharing this around and getting all set up, how's the chat feeling tonight?
You heard him, chat. How are you feeling tonight? Give him a
Ravens
chance
lover,
to catch up.
Dr. Nick impression. Hi, everybody!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Hashtag expose Jason Calamastri. Come on, sorry.
Exposed.
Expose what? That Buttons is a big egghead?
I mean, he is an egghead.
I like eggheads, though.
I don't know. They could be a bit scrambled.
I don't know. He seems more the soft-boiled type to me.
Nah, it's over easy.
Oh, for pity's sake.
I'm gonna choke on my food.
Don't choke! Please don't choke.
Well, it's a good thing.
None of us are around to give you the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, it's a little too early for us to shell out puns.
Everyone, make sure you have something to drink.
I've got Dr. Pepper
There's
at the
plenty
ready.
of water bottles for hydration.
Wait.
Save the masky.
Foofy wants to know what we're eating. I'm having kielbasa with rice. For those who don't know, kielbasa is a type of Polish sausage.
I think that's pretty much what I had for leftovers, alongside peppers with that.
Ooh, nice.
Oh God, Danny says, "Well, I'm cracking up."
Oh.
Mm,
Well, if you guys are curious of what I'm eating homemade pasta
nice.
with homemade marinara sauce that my mom made, and Parmesan chicken, and it's very delicious.
Homemade is better than the box variety. That's for sure.
Even I made budget-friendly homemade pizza pockets for me and Steve as well, an experimental dinner, and according to Steve, it's pretty good, but to him, it's not completely filling. I mean, he's a big guy, so he's gonna require more.
As I said, 6'2", 230 pounds.
Oh yeah, you totally dwarf me. I'm like 5 foot. I'm 5'6".
I'm 5'7". I'm only an inch taller than you.
I'm 5'1".
And to give you even further perspective, just from shoulder to shoulder is a little under 2 feet.
So
Yeah.
Makoto's small.
Guess what?
Yep.
Fun fact: Mario is also canonically 5'1". So you're the same height as Super Mario.
So how tall are you, Lassie?
I'm like 5'5", 5'4".
No.
So you're just a little
And
bit
I
shorter
am-
than me.
And I'm 5'8".
So I dwarf everyone here?
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm the tallest chick, so.
Take your victories where you can, I suppose.
All right. If we're all situated, I think everybody is all set to go.
Yeah, I'm actually just about finished with my food.
Yep.
Me too.
Just
All
getting crap out of my throat, don't mind me.
So let me put a stop to the music so I can start with a recap. And also thank you very much to our lovely Greta, provided by Lassie, for having a little bit of a journal that she typed up for us in the Discord chat as a little creative feedback on, not feedback, recap on the events.
My pleasure, dear.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear heart.
Moy says, last time on Mario D&D Ball Z.
Oh boy.
Hi.
Oh,
right.
boy.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
Don't pee on my childhood, please.
so let's do this. I just gotta make sure my throat's clear. I don't want to strain it like last time.
Yeah.
Alright, so in our last session, technically our first, it was the start of our journey for our 5 heroes coming into the Mushroom Kingdom after news of the kidnapping of Princess Peach and Mario. While all 5 of our heroes came to this carnival for different reasons, they all answered the call to find the missing princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, some more hesitant than others, but regardless, they tracked down clues to finding her held captive within her own castle, captured by none other than the menacing Bowser, who was then dealt with after a combined effort from all 5 of our heroes, with the Berserker Koopa Ziegler dealing the finishing blow by not only cutting off one of his horns, but sending him flying outside of the castle, thus securing the freedom of the Plumber and the Peach. And thus, we continue our journey a few hours later in the middle of the ongoing Star Festival.
Okay, ongoing Star Festival.
Nice.
Is, oh, okay, it loaded properly. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
You
Myself.
you are now in the middle of the Castle Plaza, where just a few hours ago, during the middle of the daytime, everything was still being set up. But now, with the evening sky approaching, everything is now in full swing. Multiple of the toads and citizens are now out and about, enjoying the various stalls set up before them. Some setting up food stalls to sell some of their crops or confectionaries, others putting on small games or shows. It's an all-around hodgepodge of celebration. Also, just a heads up, since this map was a little hard to program for a grid, this will be more freeform movement with all of your icons. So I'm expecting you all to still follow the rules of following the grid.
Okay.
So you're not. So it's not going to like lock you into that square. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
And after a few hours of short rest, and by the way, I am giving you all a long rest for this, so that you're all fully healed up and have your spell slots back up. You were asked to join into the middle of the square by none other than Toadsworth himself, who now greets you at the grand bonfire in the middle of the square.
Oh my. No, Toadsworth, dear.
Oh, splendid! I'm happy that you've all managed to find your way back to the festival. And must I say once again, thank you graciously for rescuing our beloved Princess Peach.
Happy to help, dear. I must inquire though, how it is that you learned of us? I'd be rather curious about that.
That is actually a very good question.
Oh, good heavens, I forgot to tell you about that. I am not too sure about the details myself, honestly, but I was just informed by the princess that if anything were to ever happen to her or Mario, she was asked me to send out 5 letters to 5 specific individuals who will be happening to come to the festival. And it just so happened it would be you 5.
Ah, so the princess had no doubt heard of my splendiferous exploits.
No doubt he heard of your stories and boisterousness.
It's more than likely that you were all selected for your own wondrous talents in various fields, I do say. But regardless, I'm still thankful that you have all managed to come back unscathed and managed to push that brute Bowser out of the Mushroom Kingdom.
And yet he still lives.
Oh, is the second time?
What's most important, that everything is safe and that we can do our festival without any worry.
Then that means that my musical prowess has finally reached around these areas. Then that's good. That's even better.
I'll just say right now that I was asked for you all to go to the grand stage in about half an hour. You are to be expected there for a special ceremony dedicated in your honor. He then gestures straight to the grand stage that's directly north of you.
More grandstanding.
Well, I should say that an award of some sort should be awarded to those who are award-worthy.
At which point he tightens his left fist, at which now, instead of his bracer, there's now a strap of leather wrapped around it. And in the center, right where the back of his hand is Bowser's horn.
This is the only accolade I need.
My good heavens! I did not think you would be able to take off that brute's horn, and in such clean fashion too. Man, if I was back in my younger, youthful days, I would have given that brute a fall myself.
Age does not stop a true
I do
warrior.
agree with.
Oh, that is rightfully true. I would have, man, if I had more gusto, I would have given them good old fisticuffs.
I'm sure you would.
But regardless, enjoy the festival while you can. Go and see the stalls, and I'll be meeting you at the stage quite shortly. He then leaves you all to your devices to enjoy the festival to your own leisure.
Yes, and that means this will be a good time for me to actually practice more on my music.
Yes, I've been meaning to ask, dear, what, well, firstly, your name, and what exactly are you?
Oh,
Looking for you, lad.
you don't even know my name? No, not even once. Oh, I guess I must have been a little bit, I guess I must have, I think I must have I didn't pay attention to that. Oh well, not to say I come from a kingdom that is far from here, and I intend to make my own form of glory to bring back to my family. I am a dragonborn, an amethyst dragonborn that is from my proud family. I am Violet Lilac Lavender Heliotrope. Youngest daughter of the Heliotrope family line.
Violet, Lilac, Helio what? Helio who?
Violet, Lilac, Lavender Heliotrope.
Violet?
That is my name.
Violet,
Yes.
Lilac, Cavendish, Helio broke.
Oh, the poor
Try saying the full name 5 times fast.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
Here all night.
Violent, liar, heliothrope, Lavenberry.
It's a good effort, dear.
Is it a requirement for the nobles to be able to grandstand as if there was a big show at all times?
We never heard of Bowser's full names in there. Exactly.
So yeah, you're all free to do what you want with your characters at the moment, like, and check out any of the stalls. And for the record, many of the stuff, there are some things on sale that you could acquire for yourself.
In that case, I shall head over to one of the stalls on the right, this way.
Yep, you got a stall. You got one here.
Is
You
there?
got one here.
Yep, I am right over there
And
in the.
here, and a game over here. So you're all free to choose one of those 5 locations to spend some of your leisurely time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna go for this one right here.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go for the same.
Darn, we're all
Alright.
going to the same place.
All
Well-
I know is that something smells good, and I'm hungry.
And what will you do, Masky?
Pika's a bit nervous, but she doesn't go for food, so she'd go to one of the shops. So maybe
Okay.
over here. Over here.
The one at the top right?
Yeah.
So am
Okay.
I over at a shop?
Yeah. You're up
Okay.
one of the shops.
Okay.
Alright, so let me help you move over there, Masky. I know it's a little awkward on this. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Alright, so I'll go in order for where you all left. So you all went your separate ways to check out the different stalls. So we're going to cut over to Button first, as he heads over to a Toad that's managing a potion stand.
Hello, my dear fellow mushroom folk. What have you got on sale today?
Oh, hello!
Yes,
Welcome to
hello.
my potion shop! I'm selling fabulous brews I made myself!
Excellent. What's in your stock at the moment?
I have some mushroom potions that'll get you some vitality.
Excellent, excellent.
Also some fire flower and ice flower potions that give you some resistance to the hot and cold weather.
Ah, excellent.
And I also got a giant mushroom potion that could give you some extra strength.
A giant potion that gives you extra strength, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, that does bring me to a question I've been meaning to ask. So you said that that the reward. What was the reward for finding Princess Peach last time?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that at stage. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll get to the rewards on the stage.
okay. How much for the mushroom potion, good sir?
The minor mushroom potion will be about 10 gold coins.
All right, I'll take it off your hands.
He then hands you, in this case, a minor healing potion, which is just flavor text for minor mushroom potion.
Excellent. Okay, let's see. Where would I actually write this thing?
You would put that like somewhere like in your item bag or anything in your character sheet.
Inventory.
Yep, you would put it there.
Right, looking for it as we speak. What the heck is inventory? Inventory. Okay, I'll figure this out.
Yeah, you can just mark it down like that. Oh, if you want to later, you can also put down like a special chat for like treasure and all that. Like if it's shared between the group, like during an adventure or something.
Oh, are you talking about like in the Discord?
Yeah, like something for the future, so that you're not all scrambling to remember something that you all got separately, but like something that's for the party pool.
Oh, okay. We could probably put that in like we could probably make a thread in campaign notes.
You could do that too, but there's nothing major going on that's going to require it right away, but something to consider future on down the road.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, good sir. Now, mushroom Starlock, away! As I just kind of run away in my fashion after paying him.
I am so tempted to throw a rock at you now. I won't. This time.
So as he leaves his stall, we'll cut on over to Violette, Ziegler, and Greta as they head to a food stand. Where they see an elderly toadette is manning some meat, bread, and plenty of colorful pastries on display.
Oh, hello, dearies. Come to sample some of my food?
Oh, yes, dear. What exactly do you have?
Well, I've cooked all this by myself. I was hoping to sell some of my confectionaries and baked goods.
What sort of meat is on sale?
It's a cheap fish meat. You know those fish? Those fish enemies that you. Yep. It's
fried
basically
cheap.
a grilled one. It's a grilled, seasoned one on a stick.
At least it's not Jose Jalapeno on a stick.
Oh, I love that lovable little vegetable. How many cheap cheeps are there on the grill right now?
There are 2 large ones being grilled at the moment.
How much for a cheap cheap?
They are 5 gold pieces apiece. 5 gold coins.
looks at him. I'll take both for 6.
Oh, how generous!
She then hands you the 2 giant sticks with both her teeny little arms and hands them to you.
Yep, he just easily picks them both off of the grill, not even caring if he gets burned.
Oh. Of course you would.
And Ziegler, you gain 3 temporary hit points.
At which point you just see him with both of them. And I'd imagine he's big enough for this, but just with one cheap just puts it on in his beak and it bones and all. One go.
Yeah. Yep, it's been cooked to perfection that you've been given 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Thank you. Anything for you two ladies?
I think Violet is looking over into the sweet sides and let's see. I'm not even sure if I should. Do you have any rock candy type of that is you have in this booth?
She points to some delicious rock candy.
Oh. Then I will take a couple of pieces. How much for a piece?
I handmade these myself. Any specific type of flavor?
Grape flavors, since they look just like amethyst stones back in my old home.
She grabs 2 bags of rock candy for you.
3 gold pieces each.
So,
And Violette, with those rock candy, you're gonna get a temporary boost of +2 to any of your skill rolls for the next hour.
Ooh. Wait, whoa, hey, let me write this down, Chief. Temporary boost to...
You basically get like a +2 to your skill rolls.
Okay.
So you got like your own kind of bardic inspiration in a sense.
Ah! Okay.
Thank you. And you, madam?
She's pointing to Greta.
Let me see. And so there are like different pastries and
Pastries, bread, meat. You got whole 9 yards.
And I must say, with that hat and spoon, I assume you're a chef yourself?
oh yes, I am.
Oh, it's so lovely. I assume you're here for trying to sell some wares to the festival as well?
Well, not exactly. I'm here to search for ingredients as well as to try out all the different culinary treats to be found.
Oh! Hold up one moment.
She goes back towards some of the boxes behind her stall. And she's going to shuffle through a couple boxes. And then she comes back to you with some diced super mushrooms.
Ooh.
Here! I managed to dice and grill and cook some of these super mushrooms myself. Apply these to any of your foods and they might give you some vitality to any of your friends or peers.
Oh goodness, how much?
For a fellow cook like you, also one of these for 2 gold coins.
2 gold coins, you see. Let's see, and how many did she have?
She's holding 1 at the moment.
1 at the moment. Okay. Well, I suppose I will be taking 6 of those.
Oh my! How generous of you all!
She then hops back and then grabs 6 more packaged of these mushrooms. And for the record, these will equate to about 5. Each of these diced mushrooms can fill up to 5 days worth of rations when cooked.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Or 1 day's worth of rations for 5 people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it's evenly divided. So, and when cooked, they'll grant each person that consumes them 5 temporary hit points.
Whoa.
5 temp hit points.
Yep, when cooked into a meal.
Cooked into.
I'm glad one of you guys were writing down because I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
Cooked into a meal. 5 temp hit points. And
Also,
there.
I'm glad that you found that funny. I just saw what he's.
Okay, so 2 gold each for.
Mhm.
2 gold each. Okay. So that's 12 gold pieces.
Oh no! I just noticed Sigler.
Oh boy.
But
I think your large friend is heading to the bonfire.
Oh, perhaps he's going to warm himself up.
he
Thank
just
you.
sits there with his back to it as he eats the other cheap cheap.
Thank you so much for your generosity.
Oh, it is a pleasure, dear.
Oh. The candies back in my home are a little bit more, well, designed, but they're much more beautiful in terms of design. But the candy is still candy. It's still delicious.
All right. If you're all finished, lastly, I'm gonna move on over to Pika.
Yay, we get to see what Pika's doing.
Geese.
Aww.
Masky,
Do the thing.
you come across a middle-aged Toadette as she's selling candied apples.
Ooh, candied apples.
Aww.
Oh my. You're a fine looking boo.
You're not scared of me?
Good heavens, no.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad
After
that
all,
you don't scare me.
after all, this is a festival to welcome all walks of life into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Or walks of afterlife.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Well,
You-
that's why I was happy to come here to this festival, so I could be welcomed.
Well, that's swell. Would you like one of my candied apples?
Yes, please. May I have 2?
Sure. They're 1 gold coin each.
Here you go.
So, where do I make a note of that?
They will go into your inventory.
Okay.
Quick question, actually, regarding my purchase. When you say gold, do you mean gold as in gold, like D&D gold coins, or copper coins?
Gold coins, like actual D&D gold coins, because I am following like the progression system of like D&D currency.
Oh wow, that's a lot of money for just 2 cheap sheep, but they are supposed to be big, so.
Whoa, have you seen the size of the gold coins in the Mushroom Kingdom?
They're pretty flipping huge.
Yep.
All right. I mean, to them, it's like the most common point of currency, so to them, it wouldn't seem that expensive.
Yep. Although we do need to figure out a proper currency system for this campaign. Because I do want to, in some shape or form, at least, make it more Mario-y. Anyway, please continue.
But,
So
yeah,
so
we'll get
Pika gives-
we'll get.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But with the currency. But anyways, yeah, the Toadette hands you 2 candied apples, and Mesky, you will get. Let me grab my dice, because I want to give you some sort of benefit to this as well. You will get 5 for the next hour, a +5 to your movement speed.
Woo,
So
so
for
you're
the
faster.
Hour.
Nice.
5 plus movement speed. Just writing the.
Mm-hmm. you're gonna be a fast little boo.
Mm-hmm.
A spooky
Pika
speedster.
So Pika smiles underneath her mask. So Pika smiles underneath her mask as she says,
Thank you so much, ma'am. You have a good night.
And you too, and have a nice, fun time at the festival.
Bye-bye.
So Pika takes her candy apple and she floats over to Button.
Okay, so I would assume after you've all made your purchases, you're all heading back, like, close to the bonfire, because that's apparently where you're all heading.
Yeah, more or less.
Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, Pika. I see you've procured a candied apple.
Indeed. And if you'd like, you can have the second one.
Oh, why, how generous of you. I, may have spent all my money on a potion.
It's okay. Take it as a gift. Here.
Why, thank you.
So Pika offers Button the other candy apple.
Button, +5 movement speed for the next hour.
Sweet.
They should call these haste apples.
Hey, an apple a day.
Makes you sprint away.
Good one, Lassie.
Thank you, I try.
Alright. So we're just kind of chilling around the bonfire for a bit? Yeah, I'm just munching on my candied apple next to Pika. Just,
Alright.
How delicious! Although a bit sticky, I better make sure not to get any of this caramel on my cape! Then it would be a cape-a-mel!
The little bobble on your staff is going to, like, gesture towards the candy apple, like it's wanting something.
Oh, I lean my candied apple over to the bobble.
Aw.
Some of the caramel is sucked right into the bobble, and you hear like a soft sounding chime from it.
Hope that makes up for me overworking you today, earlier, old buddy.
Is your staff alive?
No, it's just, it just needs to be recharged every once in a while, with food.
So it's alive.
No, well, sort of. It's complicated.
It does sound
Oh, Rooney and DeWitch, thank you for
Thank you,
following!
but
Consider becoming a subscriber!
Indeed.
Ooh.
Yeah, thanks for supporting Jay.
Oh, that's Ruby!
Ruby?
Yeah, that's my best friend.
Oh my goodness! Well, thank you for bringing them over.
Her over.
Right.
Why must you hurt me
Okay.
this way, honey?
What?
I kid. I know that they're your best friend, and I'm not gonna, try and take their place.
Oh, don't worry about interrupting. I always like to, I always like to appreciate any new follows and chatters that I get. So don't worry about interrupting.
Yeah, and don't worry about
Exactly.
me. Like,
Yeah.
there's gotta be some breaks in the dialogue either way, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, so
Sticks.
expect us to break character every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Especially if one of us does something funny and we all have a laughing.
so you're all in the middle of the bonfires. They're like, anything you all want to do before we move forward?
He's just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, eating my candied apple, and sharing a little bit with the little gemstone on my staff.
No.
Well, I guess I could break the ice and ask everyone. Where did you all come from? Why did you come to the festival?
I hail from an oasis in the dry desert, I say as I stand up proudly. Yes, I lived all by my lonesome, camping under the stars and living off the fat of the land. Or whatever I could find, anyway. There were a lot of lemons where I live. And limes.
I see.
And cacti.
Why did-
Also lots of dirt and cacti.
So then why did you come to the festival?
I mean, why else would a famed hero of my caliber come to the festival? To prove himself, of course! And also I really like the festival. I like to visit every year. I sit down hurriedly and just quietly eat my apple.
What about you, sir?
As Pika looks at Glur.
I never caught your name.
Neither did I.
If you must know, my name is Zygar.
Oh, that's a rather nice name.
As for where I'm from, it doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore.
I believe it does quite matter if you're actually here.
It doesn't matter because it no longer exists.
Ah,
Oh,
It
did something terrible happen?
Yes. You have 3 guesses on who's responsible.
Ah,
what?
that cretin now who has only one horn.
Oh, I thought it might have been Cacletta or something.
I would have preferred his head. But a horn will do for now. Clutching that left fist again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well,
My goodness,
I'm so sorry.
I didn't know.
Oh, could you?
The stars didn't reveal it to me.
The stars lie.
I mean, they didn't say anything, so therefore they didn't lie, right?
He just looks away from, at least from the little shroom man.
well, you'll
hope
get your
that's
second
right.
chance.
I agree with Greta.
I love nothing more than to turn that Koopa shell into a tub.
That's a bit.
yourself, yeah.
That's a
Calm
bit.
yourself. There are children nearby.
That's quite barbaric.
But it is not undeserved.
Wouldn't it make for a very uncomfortable bathtub? I mean, it's made of bone, isn't it?
It's the only thing that'd probably be big enough to fit me.
I mean, personally, when it comes to bathtubs, I think porcelain might work better. I'm gonna shut up.
You have chosen wisely.
Porcelain. That is something I haven't actually experienced. And a porcelain bathtub would actually be a nice place to go to after a long day.
What about you, Miss Violetta? Where do you hail?
I actually live at... Actually, Chief, I don't even know... Dom, Chief, I don't know about you, but I don't know which part of the map but Violet's place is actually at.
Haven't gotten that far. I think there is an actual gem kingdom from Yoshi's Safari. You could just say that.
But my better question would be, what's the name of this said gem kingdom?
The Gem Kingdom. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up just to be sure.
No worries.
Hang on.
This might take a moment, chat. Give us a moment.
Indeed. Thank you for bearing with us.
Yes, indeed, he sticks.
And just my luck, the dang The dang site's being slow.
No.
Of course.
Don't worry. We still have the whole night ahead of us.
Indeed.
Yep. Hang on, I think it's actually called the Jewel Kingdom.
Ooh.
Where's the map?
I'll roll with that. I actually come from very far off. That is different. Sorry, I can have brain at the moment. I come from a very far off place. That is the Jewel Kingdom.
The Jewel Kingdom?
It sounds pretty.
That is where most of my dragonborns are actually are from. Since gem dragonborns are very common in that place. My family line exactly. She actually clears her throat a little. Clears her throat. I come from a long line. That's the gem dragonborns. Amethyst gem dragonborns, to be more precise. She says as her tail swishes, and when it does, it really does glitter from all the light that is reflected from this place.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You can't see, but underneath her mask, her eyes are shiny with awe.
And I come from
magical.
And I come from the Heliotrope family. More specifically, the Duchess Orchid Heliotrope. From my family line says that they say I needed a time away from the family to learn for myself. But of course I will try to learn for myself, she said with a half-cocked smile. I'm actually out here to learn more about my skills as a bard and learn to be in my proper place in my family. That's all.
Okay. So I actually did figure out what it was called. It was called Jewelry Land, but Jewel Kingdom sounds better.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll roll with it.
Yep, we'll roll with it.
All right.
And wait, where was what were you from, Jay?
The dry desert. So my character hailed from an oasis in the dry desert. An actual location in Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64.
I'm trying to find it on the world map, but I'm not seeing it. I see the spicy desert.
Oh, that's something completely different. That's for this campaign. Anyway,
That's remarkable.
Oh, what about you? What about you, Pika?
Oh. Greta, why don't you tell us about you?
As she sinks low to the ground.
They are talking about you, Boo.
Well, there's really nothing to say because I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Zounds! Perhaps a memory hex was cast upon you. I shall try to remove it post-haste.
Maybe. I don't know. I just remember waking up, surrounded by booze, and I didn't know my name, and thus these other boos gave me a new name. That's Pika. Or Peekaboo. That's all I remember.
Oh. Oh, now I get where your name comes from.
All right. So, Jay, just for that declaration of trying to undo her memory, give me a charisma check.
A charisma check? Okay. Let's
roll just your d20 and add your charisma.
Right. Okay, charisma. So that's +4. Okay. Let's see. Slash roll.
I love how it says buttons.
1d20
Supreme
plus
is
4.
typing.
Well, yes, you gotta say with his title. Wait, do I put it with the space or?
Yeah, you put the space after a roll.
Okay, here we go. So, oh my gosh, 7 plus 4, so
Nope.
that's an 11.
Yeah, you are not. Yeah, despite your declaration to try undo whatever you think is on Masky, nothing happens.
Oh.
Seeing this attempt, he will. But then taking a closer look at Masky, like, correct me if I am wrong, but your kind are dead. Yes?
Yes, I'm
Well, that explains your memory problems then.
because I died.
That existence from the before and your existence now are two different things. Therefore, one does not overlap with the other. It would explain your lapses in memory.
It does make sense when you put it like that.
Ah, yes, the exact same conclusion I came to after the hex thing.
I throw a tiny pebble at the little toad. Not enough to hurt, but just enough to essentially like, hey.
Okay, can I roll to dodge that?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What kind of check would that be?
Dexterity.
Okay.
But Steve, I'm gonna have you roll dexterity as well, just to see if you can even hit him.
Okay, that's just a flat roll for me.
But
Don't fumble.
Oh my gosh.
yep, I'm gonna see how this roll plays out from both of you.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go first.
9.
Phew!
It just lands right next to him.
Oh, 19 plus 4.
Yeah, Button.
Actually-
Button. It just so he just dodges a pebble that wasn't even close to being hit. It just because that pebble just plopped right into the fire.
I'll take
And some,
that.
and some toads are just wondering, like, what is that toad doing?
I'm practicing my dodging skills. Yes, I am practicing my dodging skills. You must always be prepared for any bullets that could be flying towards you, even if they are nowhere near close.
He just puts a smile at knowing that he's being publicly humiliated, essentially.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, those bullet bills could be a pain when you're trying to just walk across the plains.
One
Yes.
random toad just commented.
Yes, exactly my point.
So,
Pika looks around nervously for bullet bills.
There's none nearby. There's none nearby. At least I don't think.
there are some floating at some stalls. But before you can even comprehend the thought right now, you are suddenly gestured towards the stage.
Ooh.
I guess
they didn't
we're
get
on.
to know about. They didn't get to know a little bit about Greta, but no worries.
That could be for after, I guess.
Mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
I guess on stage we go.
To the stage we go.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness.
Okay.
Question: how tall off the ground is the stage between with the ground?
Just give me a moment. Like, something's going on with my map currently.
No worries. Pika's hiding behind Greta. She's hiding. She's like, no, don't look at me.
Okay, so yeah. You're all gestured towards on stage by Toadsworth.
Fine.
Yeah, Pika's gonna hide between Greta and and Button. Where's Makoto?
Oh,
You're right by the
sorry.
fireplace. Yeah,
I
your
was
shoes up.
busy
Right,
writing down our notes. My bad.
Okay.
No worries.
So, make sure you're all on proper squares. Don't forget that.
I'm on proper.
Okay.
I'm on a proper square.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Just want to make sure you're all
Pika will hide
good.
behind button.
All right.
Babu Pig, get into a square.
Okay. There we go. All right. So, without further ado, Toadsworth addresses the gathering crowd of toads that are taking their seats on some hay bales. Toads and toadettes, thank you for coming to this grand star festival. For once every 1,000 years, we are given a great blessing of having our wishes granted by the very star road itself. And the grand star that grants these wishes in the first place. It would not be a festival without our beloved princess watching us from her castle above. And when he gestures to the castle, Princess Peach is waving down to the audience from her balcony, like far off.
I wave back, even though I know she can't see me.
And with the evening
Pika
coming
squeaks.
upon us, with the stars starting to show above us, we want to give thanks to these 5 brave heroes that not only saved her, but our gracious hero Mario, who sadly could not be with us today as he had to leave for home to find his brother.
I hope he manages to find him.
But we still have a special guest with us that has joined our festival today.
Another one?
Please, give a rounding applause to our one and only. Moment. the princess of Sarasa Land, Princess Daisy.
Ooh, Daisy!
Daisy comes up on stage, waving to the crowd as all the toads are cheering for her.
Would I recognize Daisy?
It's up to you.
I'll make a history check.
Okay.
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 Two.
Give me a
I
history.
wonder if I should do that.
No, I got nothing, Chief.
All you know is that she's the princess of Sarasaland. No, nothing else.
Common knowledge.
Thank you all for having me to this fabulous festival. And she turns to the heroes. And I want to thank you for saving my dear friend Princess Peach as well. I don't even know what to do without her.
To be of help, dear.
Small feat for a hero such as my caliber.
I see we have.
Pika floats to the ground.
I see we have quite a selection of heroes today. And she turns to Ziegler. Some a bit more brutish than others.
I'll choose to take that as a compliment.
She flexes her arm and just gestures towards you like it's a way of saying, "Yeah, I'll take you on sometime."
He smiles at that.
You're the kind of grandstanding that makes sense.
But before we get to our main event for the festival, by granting our own wishes to the stars above, the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom wanted to see a spectacular of all of your skills. The very same that you used to defeat Bowser himself.
Oh.
A spectacle, you say?
Yes, some of the guards and warriors of the Mushroom Kingdom have graciously offered themselves to
I've
put on a
offered.
little stage show for you all.
Interesting. I wish I had a little bit more time
Now-
to prepare.
I want to make sure that we're all on even.
Dom, you doing okay? You're kind of
Well,
you're cutting out.
Sometimes they
Drake is dealing with stage.
Uh oh. Hang on. Is
Am
my
I?
is my internet going?
Uh-oh.
You guys
I
can
think
still.
it is.
I think it is.
Okay, you guys can
I'm
still-
hearing you.
I'm hearing them just fine.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
it's just
hearing you all
these-
clear.
Yeah, you're just like
That's cool.
you're just like I don't know. You're cutting out after every other word for me.
Hmm.
That is so weird. Like I said, we can hear Dom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just hope that your connection's going all right. All right. So, anyways, now if I can ask you all to take position on stage right.
Oh, I remember that term.
All right, stage right. Oh wait, my other right.
Other
That's
lady.
that's audience right. Make sure you're all on proper squares.
Yep. Fun fact, I actually did tech theater for a time.
And
Wait,
you're
no-
just a little.
Wait a minute. I
Just a
think
little
stage
bit-
I think stage right is on this side actually, because from the audience perspective, we're on the right.
That's audience.
No, yeah, that's audience right.
Yep.
Stage right refers to where the actors are in representation to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now that you're all on proper positions, let me introduce to you our top soldiers of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Top soldiers, you
And
say?
so they're going to pop on out. Get them on. So first of all is one of our gracious knights, Crimson.
Whoa.
Next
Okay.
is one of our fabulous scouts, Azul.
Okay.
Next is one of our other scouts, Lavender.
Is there supposed to be music
Whoa.
playing for this? Because it's still very
Don't-
quiet.
Violet,
Well, I don't have music going on right now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Violet
I'll
just
get there.
turns sharply in confusion.
Next is one of our top spies, Somber. DoJayMi Sombra, Your Majesty? No, he goes by Somber. That's not a typo. I don't know why he calls himself that. and lastly, our court acolyte, Gray.
Gray? Now I'm curious, where were these guys when the princess got captured initially?
That's my question as well.
I'm here.
Well, where are these people when the princess did got captured?
Sometimes we're a little. They were all short-staffed on the festival and had to help.
Yes.
Insight?
Wait, you want to make an insight check?
I do, because if they're being cowards, I want to call them out on it.
Of course. Roll for insight.
Oh, yeah, I believe them.
Yep. You see nothing. You see nothing malicious or cowardly.
Yes.
Insight,
I
okay.
Yes, I understand how that is. Even the bravest of heroes have to help out with menial jobs every once in a while.
The Greta rolled.
You're not getting much from them, but you're not sensing anything malicious nor anything cowardly. Much better than Ziegler, but you're just like on the middle ground on what to think.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'll see myself into the audience while I let you all get into the festivities. So, with that said, let the battle commence!
Excusez-moi.
Combat!
Oh, yeah.
Roll for
Actually,
initiative.
may I try can I try something here?
What?
looks at these things. I don't know if I want to fight any of you. Where's Daisy? David, where's Daisy?
She's in the audience.
Yeah, she went back to the audience.
Damn it! It's just like, but I would like a piece of her.
Ayo!
Openly challenging her.
Ayo!
Oh,
Oh my.
you want me to help them?
He cracks his knuckles.
Ziegler, ask her for it. Ziegler,
Persuasion check.
Ziegler,
Persuasion?
ask her out on a date first
Yep.
before you actually fight her.
16.
Oh.
Oh my
Ooh,
god!
nice.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on. My modifier is not +2; it's a +4. So that's a dirty 20. That's an 18.
Oh.
Oh my god!
But
Dang.
Toadsworth is like, why would you even such a thing? She is just a princess. But Daisy gets up and she cracks her knuckles.
Oh. Oh.
And she joins the fray.
Oh.
my god.
I am sorry. I know I have screwed us over. But this is something he would do.
So, audience, just for the record, Ziegler initiated a boss fight out of nowhere.
Oh no!
Hey, what the heck?
What have you done?
Oh my word.
For the record, I am sorry. Ziegler is not.
Honey, you
Listen.
know Daisy is my favorite, and you're
Listen.
basically fighting me.
Listen, Steve, you need to know something. Daisy was able to one-shot Bowser in Mario Party 3. You have no idea what you just invited upon us.
Oh, I am well aware that she is a muscular tomboy. That's what I'm banking on.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's a Daisy costume I should really start looking forward to in the future.
Yeah, you're all just asking for some mayhem.
Is that not the point of D&D?
Or I guess at this point
Chaos reign.
it's more like Dayham.
Oh my god!
But yeah, you pretty much got me going here. So, anyways, yeah, everyone roll initiative.
Mine
So-
is a 9, Chief.
So mine's
17.
so I rolled a
Alright.
15.
Okay.
17.
So,
So
Oh.
just give me a moment.
alright, just gotta look
Both
at this
Ziggler and
thing.
I got 17.
All right, so I'm trying to get there. We go. All right, so let me add you all into the. Whoop. No, I don't want to double Ziegler.
No double Ziegler. No.
Oh no, Ziegler
All right,
cloned
so-
himself.
All right, now let me add you all.
Okay, so for initiative.
Yeah, you can
So-
just
Oh,
type. You can all
God.
you can all type yourself into your numbers into the chat.
There we go.
But
Okay.
instead of last time where everyone goes in the same turn, every enemy's going
Oh,
on their own
yikes,
separate turn.
okay.
So
There you go.
yeah,
So-
you're gonna
so
all
do-
be in a world of trouble because of Ziegler.
Gosh darn
okay,
it.
so do I need to roll something else, or is it just the one
Just
d20?
just your D20 plus your initiative modifier. That's it.
Initiative. Is that the
Okay.
+2? Yeah.
Yeah, that's your.
I
plus
found
two.
something. And this is just my own personal little headcanon. Knowing she's about to fight and probably not wanting to mess up her dress, she pops on the stage with this, muscles on full display.
Wait, what are you showing off?
It's in the D&D adventure.
Oh my gosh, she ripped.
Oh, she's
Wait, what?
she's ripped.
What? I gotta see this.
Oh,
what
have
is
you,
Freaking
this?
crap, man.
what have you done, honey?
Just to give the audience a little context,
God.
this is what we're looking at.
I am not.
You gotta show them. You gotta show them.
For the record, I've got her as a more of a Actually, no. I had something else planned in mind, but you're making me go somewhere else now.
Oh boy.
I am not very often I get to be the chaos gremlin, so
Oh my.
My butt.
You're gonna face off against a berserking Daisy.
Oh boy.
oh, I welcome it. I welcome it. He is gonna go directly for her.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
Lord.
throws out the dress to show off her striker's outfit.
Wait, were you
Oh
wearing
my
that this whole
God.
time?
Hey,
Princess always comes
You
prepared.
certainly
we have some sporting
took
events.
the words out of my mouth.
All right, so yes, I'm now getting
Okay,
all.
so I just noticed Ziegler and Greta are both 17.
You have the higher dex, so you can go first.
Yep,
Ooh,
I am
alright,
rolling for everybody.
Honey,
Man.
what have you done,
Oh, boy.
honey? I love
I
you,
am
but
so
what have you
excited
done?
for this. I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be great. An optional
You're
boss
excited?
encounter.
You're excited. I am terrified. You just
Honey,
unleashed D&D upon us.
If this goes birds up, you're having the couch tonight.
All right, oh, hold up, let me go and
Honey,
yeah,
that's
there we go.
cruel.
Okay, so all right, so I have two that are on 17, but they'll go together. But who's got the higher dex?
Mostly Greta.
Me.
Greta definitely does, yes.
Okay, let me move.
My
you
dex
up.
modifier is 0.
Okay, let me
Okay.
move you up. What's your dex modifier?
You asking me?
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so then these two will go before Ziegler, since they have both have a +1. All right, so audience, I hope you're ready for this unanticipated boss fight.
We're going to perish.
We're all gonna die.
Toadsworth was just getting his handkerchief and just wiping his sweating brows, like, let the match begin. So first up is Knight Crimson.
Knight Crimson. Okay, what you got?
All right, so, and this time, I'm relying on one of my dice for random selection.
A random selection.
Yeah, since there's 5 of you, I'm gonna roll a d6 to randomly select you all.
Goodness.
Oh boy.
And for the record,
goodness.
and for the record, for what color it is, I nicknamed it the Booger Dice.
The booger dice.
Oh my.
Why?
So, because it's the color of a booger.
Oh my god.
So, here we go. So, who will the knight target first?
Probably
Okay.
PK, let's be honest.
Alrighty, so
All right.
well, since they're not going to be able to get their full, they're going to do a partial movement. Actually, no, they're going to
Dash.
use the action called leadership. For 1 minute, the knight can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see within 30 feet of it makes an attack roll or a saving throw. The creature can add a d4 to its roll, provided it can hear and understand the knight. A creature can benefit from only one leadership die at a time. The effect ends if the knight is incapacitated. So basically, all the rest of the enemy team now has a d4 to their rolls,
Oh dear.
Oh my.
and it will be in effect until they're down.
Okay.
And they're going to stand their ground actually,
Okay.
and ready themselves, spear and shield drawn. So, Pika.
Okay. So Pika is absolutely terrified by the turn of events, but she but she takes her crossbow and she would fire at the crimson toad.
Okay, then roll to attack.
Okay, so what do dang nabbit? Okay, so the D20 thing again.
Yes.
Okay, so. Oh no, that's not what I want you to do. Ah. Okay. Now I started to feel like how Jason did in the last session. Okay.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Also, see,
By the way,
Felix says, no, you're sending a ghostly lamb to slaughter. Don't worry about it. Pika's just doing a ranged attack, so she's not in any immediate danger.
By the way,
Okay,
Jay, you like the music selection?
Yes, I am very pleased by it.
It pops.
Also on the stage, so you know what what music this is.
Yep.
Okay, 14.
You rolled an 18.
I rolled a 14.
Was the 14. What's your dexterity?
Oh, where is
What's
it?
your modifier?
Dex, modifier.
I think it's plus 3.
It's plus 2.
You
Okay.
you just nick his armor, but the arrow will bounce off.
Oh, he's in full plate.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a knight after all.
He is.
Oh
Is that going to be your full turn?
I mean, what else could she do?
That's also true. All right, if that's all you got. All right, Garletta.
All right.
You got
Let's see
this,
here.
girl.
Just count the just count the squares as feet.
Okay.
So if you're going 35, it'd be right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be right beside Crimson. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what are you going to
Let's
do?
see. I got key points now. I kind of want to use that.
Okay. What are you going to spend it on?
Let's see. I am going to use Flurry of Blows.
Woo! Nice. Now to see if each of those punches are going to connect.
Let's see. I have to make an attack action, and then I can do the 2 unarmed strikes.
Yep.
Okay. So, it would be...
And yeah,
Smack
Jay,
him
you
with
know
the
what
spoon.
music? Jay, you know what music this is, right?
Oh, I am very familiar. It's the battle music from Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, but it's remixed to include more of the sound effects.
Yeah. But yeah, I chose it because I knew about the stage setting. So if that,
yeah, baby!
Very
hey,
nice.
critical hit!
Nice!
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
So,
Double
yeah,
damage?
Yep, double damage.
Okay.
Sweet.
But just to be fair, you'll re-roll your ones.
Reroll my ones.
Once.
Okay. Once. Okay.
Yeah.
So, roll.
2d6. Am I correct?
Depends if she's doing one-handed or two-handed. Because if it's a quarterstaff two-handed, it's actually a D8.
Yeah, yep.
Ah,
Doing
2d8
versatile.
strikes.
2 die 8 plus 2.
But isn't Flurry of Blows for unarmed strikes, though?
Yeah, but I have to make the attack action first, and then,
right.
as bonus action, I make the 2 unarmed strikes.
Correct.
Okay. So, here we go then.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Ooh, that's good.
All right. Double that to 28.
Shoo!
Whoa!
So, with keen determination and an eye in the weak point, thanks to the nick from Maskey's arrow, you see a weak point in Crimson's armor, and you deal 2 precise pressured blows on the body, causing this toad to stagger a bit.
Dying now. 2 unarmed strikes. Let's see, that is on dexterity, yes? Yes. So, first strike. Whoops.
Depending on how you do, you might actually already take out this knight with just your critical alone.
No kidding, girl.
Let's
You're
see,
on fire.
there's strike 1.
Wait, that's just a hit?
Yeah, that's just a hit.
That's just a hit.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the 1 strike now for the second.
Okay,
For
the first strike
martial
will
arts?
not. The first strike will not hit.
Okay.
The second strike.
Let's see. Please be good, please be good, please be good. No.
Will not.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
wised
yeah.
up now. You rung his bell and he's wising up.
So yeah, that while you got him good with the quarterstaff, he anticipated the next upcoming strikes and blocked with a shield.
At least I got one good hit in.
Yep.
You did.
And is that
Yep.
the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. So next up will be Azul, one of the scouts. So let me get some of this stuff in here. Seeing his opportunity, he's gonna go straight up to Greta.
Gonna attack an old woman, you coward? No.
Well,
He's-
old won't attack first.
and
so.
he, I know despite what the artwork shows, he's going to strike with a short sword. All right. So, I assume 10's not going to hit.
Nope.
Yep. That will not hit you, considering that he is a little off guard that you were able to take a blow to his captain so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So he's waverly holding his sword and trying to strike you, but he misses you and strikes the stage instead. And that'll be the end of his turn. But next up will be Lavender. So she's going to take position. Whoops! No, not stretch. Don't stretch.
And now Lavender is.
Oh, yeah.
Her
And now
subclass is revealed.
And now
Her
Lavender
subclass
is.
revealed. She's a rune knight.
She's
Oh my
wide.
gosh.
She's going to take her position over here, and strike at Pika. And with her, she's taken 2 ranged attacks.
Oh dear.
No.
She has multi-attack with ranged weapons.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Okay,
It's not gonna hit.
Ice Drake has redeemed a stretch, so everyone just stretched real quick.
Yep. All right, so yeah, your the first arrow strike's not gonna hit you, Masky, since she rolled an 8.
Okay.
The second one will 16 hit,
Oh, ow!
so that will hit.
Oh no, how much did that take off her health?
We're about to find out.
We're about to
All
find
right,
out.
so this will be a D8 with her. So you take. You're lucky. She rolled the lowest. You take 3 points of damage, and the arrow scuffs your mask. And that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay.
Ziegler, you initiate this combat.
What are you gonna do?
Oh. I initiate this. First of all, bonus action. I would like to rage.
Okay.
Alright, I only have 30 feet of movement. I don't have my extra 10 feet yet. So, 5. Actually, let me go ahead and measure this out.
Dude, we're sensing a pattern here.
I mean, that's my go-to ability.
Yeah, that's what barbarians do.
So 30 feet is right there at that line.
Yep.
So right there.
Yep. That's 30 feet.
And he is going to look at all these guys, think about hitting them, then remember his challenge.
Oh, babe. Oh,
I am sorry, guys.
oh,
I will admit that attacking these other guys is the smart decision, and if I weren't playing this guy, I would absolutely do that.
oh no.
But
No.
I have dug my grave. I might as well lay in it.
No. What are you doing?
He's going to take a javelin and chuck it right at Daisy.
What are you
Okay.
doing?
Boy.
And it's going to be reckless, which means I will have advantage.
What's the stat going off of, Ziegler?
Strength.
Okay. Lassie, make a
Wait,
strength save.
Huh?
Your javelin's going right through the crowd. So you're going right through Lassie as well.
Hang on.
Ah, crap.
Not again!
Wait, why am I making a strength save? Wouldn't that be a dex?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This
dex
is a
save.
dodge.
I don't know,
Okay.
guys. It looks like it'll barely go faster.
But it still occupies your space.
All right,
Let's see,
fair enough.
dexterity saving throw.
Thank goodness for the advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my
So now
goodness.
And Daisy's going to is getting ready to anticipate that spear.
Yep. Catch this! This
And
is a
what-
test for it.
And you rolled a 22.
I rolled, yes, a 21.
Why is there 2d20?
I used reckless attack.
Ah, and one of them's a crit fail right there.
One of them's a crit fail, but since I take it with advantage, I take the higher. But now every single direct attack has advantage now on me.
So that'll basically be a 21 then.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so Lassie, I need you to dodge that.
Right.
You got this, Lassie. You got this, little grandma.
Girl, you got this.
Please,
Do
please,
this.
please, please, mercy.
Have mercy. Amanda.
Ugh.
Sorry, I'm sorry. So Ziegler's chucks his javelin as it passes by
Wait.
the two told.
Wouldn't these guys need to make dex saves too if she's making one?
Yeah, they have to make it too. So, but first, as you chuck the javelin, it's gonna pass right by and graze Lassie. And how much? Well, first of all, I need you to roll your damage, Ziegler.
Yep. Hang on.
Oh
no.
dear.
Oh boy.
Dude, you hurt the granny.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, these two are gonna take damage as well.
Ooh. Well, I mean, sort of good.
Okay, minimum damage.
Oh,
Okay,
phew.
so yeah,
We've done a 10.
Daisy is not able to dodge the javelin, as she's a bit shocked that you would even risk your own teammates' safety just to get a strike at her. So in that case, it does graze her to the side, but everyone that came into that path of the javelin getting to Daisy, so Crimson, Azul, Daisy, and Lassie all take 7 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
I am so sorry.
Lassie will remember that.
Greta will remember that. Ouch.
Ouchie.
Fair enough.
You're gonna face Granny's wrath.
I am going to get a wooden spoon to the...
Just gonna
To
get
this-
it.
You're
Yes.
definitely going to get a whack on the chin.
Yeah, I managed to stop myself there.
Okay, so
I am anticipating a pummeling, and I will accept that.
So next up,
Yes.
Button Sarlacc Supreme.
Yes, it is I! Alright, let's see, what do I...
how do I measure these things again?
Each square is 5 feet.
Okay, so 1, 2.
And you need to move around your teammates. You can't just go right through them.
I know.
Yep.
So that's.
And if you're looking for a way to easily measure out, there's a actual ruler feature.
Okay, so there is a ruler feature. Hang on,
I
let
don't
me
know
go back.
I don't know how to use that.
Just look for something that looks like a ruler, and then you'll have something that just looks like this. There you go.
Yeah, but it's a little off because again, I am working without a locked grid. So just count each square like they're 5 feet.
5 feet. Yeah.
And don't forget, you do have that 5 plus 5.
I know. So my walking speed is 30 feet at the moment. So
Oh yeah, you were
I'm
small.
going-
I forgot you're small, so you had 25 base speed before.
So I'm walking right next to Ziegler,
Uh-huh.
and I am
Oh,
going
there you
to.
go. That's how you do that. Okay.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to cast. Let me get my page for a sec. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast, but I am going to turn it into Agonizing Blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta use your first invocation.
Yes, I am. This is gonna be sweet, and I am going to turn it against Crimson.
All right. So Felix says you do not want to anger the cook.
No.
Do not anger the
Indeed
cook.
You don't.
Okay, so you're gonna attack Crimson.
1d20 to hit, and that's +6. 10? Are you serious?
He blocks. He blocks the agonizing blast with his shield.
Oh. That's, not what I was expecting.
And I turn to my staff, and
After I shared my candied apple.
Hey, is that the best that Button Starlock Supreme can muster? More like Starlock Deadweight.
Dead weight?
Oof.
Ah! I see that. I see.
I'm going
Alright.
to end my turn, but I will remember that.
Violetta.
Okay. Cool. I have been planning, and I'm debating whether or not should I use a debuff spell or just fire them with a lyre bow. But then again, the better question will be which one, who needs healing? Say, yeah, I.
good night to
Also,
needs healing.
Jay, I recommend that you zoom in onto the stage a bit more for your stream because it looks really zoomed out.
Yeah, I was doing that because I need to see the entire thing. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, I don't want the audience to have the squint to look.
There we go. Is that better, guys?
Yep. Okay, let's see.
Yep. Excelente.
Yep, Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I'm still
Alright,
getting used
so-
to this. Sorry.
No worry.
Yeah.
I know all of you are getting used to roll 20, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Felix says, looks like all that boasting is starting to catch up to the little fungus among us.
Oh.
Okay.
I got plenty spore where that came from.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
gosh.
So, what are you gonna do, Violet?
I'm thinking about casting fairy fire onto the party, onto the toad party.
Okay, where are you gonna cast it?
Let's see. That's the thing. I'm doing the measurement. I'm doing the math. Let's see. It gives me a 20-foot feet. So around this area right here.
All right, so like right in the middle.
Yep.
Also, is Greta gonna get caught in that?
Yeah,
it
I'll
would-
definitely get caught
Wait.
in that.
It doesn't. Does it really count on allies? I don't know.
It can, but 20 feet. Let me do a little bit of math here.
Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay, honey, do you see my arrow on the far side?
Yeah.
If you put it right there, you'll be able to hit everyone except the Red Knight.
So right on the wall of the stage.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. No. I accidentally draw something. Okay.
Just do undo.
Okay.
Right click, undo.
Right click. Okay.
I think you need to go to the mouse option and then work from there.
Yeah.
I can draw the flame. Don't worry.
Thank you. I can't. I don't want to draw pics into this thing.
I accidentally did. Trying to make sure she wasn't alone.
Okay, so Violet, seeing that the battle isn't going into most people's favor, she starts to think, I'm at this dragon sick, as she brings out her lyre bow and draws the string into one of the bow and tries to aim carefully. She doesn't want to end up hurting. As much as she wants to aim to most of the Toadettes, most of the Toad Squad by as much as she wants to aim for the Toad Squad, she doesn't want her friends to get much caught in the fire because she saw what Ziggler did. So she opts for the next best thing. So she aims the bow right close by the wall, and as it glows into a bright purple light and fires, and the spectral light hit the wall, and it scatters into fireworks light, and everyone who is caught into it are now shimmering in purple light.
Yep, everyone's getting like a soft purple glow on their bodies now. But this is also adding a bit of a light show to the Toad audience as they're all cheering.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Paper Mario does it with the audience.
A glamorous gladiator arena.
Now then, and as for my bonus action, she then, okay, which one of you, who needs healing? Say I.
Granny.
Granny needs healing the
Granny
most.
really needs it.
Let's see.
Need my back put in place.
I know that I casted Fairy Fire, and this is gonna cast me one of my spell slots, but she really needs that healing. She really needs the healing, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word on her.
You don't forget you have that +2 to your skills, so you can add that.
And that's what I intend to do.
All right.
So that'll be 2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
Wait, not 2d4. I mean 1d4. Ugh, sorry.
It's
I can't
1d4
English.
plus your charisma modifier, hun.
And then +2.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh no!
healing's healing.
And +2. Oh yeah. Wait, is your charisma +2?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's 5 hit points then. All right. So yeah, Lassie, Greta gets 5 hit points back.
I feel a wee bit better. Thank you, dear.
With
You
the
still got a
string-
little scuff. You still got a little scuff mark from that javelin.
I mean, with the string of her, with a strum of her lyre, Greta gets heals.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Next up, Gray, the Toadette acolyte.
Oh my.
Oh my, Princess, you're injured! Let me help you with that!
She's going to cast Cure Wounds on Princess Daisy.
Oh great! Now we need to take care of the healer.
Oh man.
All right. So yep. So let's see again.
There's a trope for this kind of fight.
Alright, come near you. Alright. With a 7 and a +4, she gets 11, so Daisy's back to full health.
Bruh.
No.
Okay.
Honey, if we get a TPK, I'm not gonna forgive you.
Yeah, Yeah, you're gonna be in the doghouse, dude.
Yas.
For the record, I am sorry. Ziegler is not. I, the player, am sorry.
And with that, Gray's going to end their turn. Hi, I'm Daisy.
Oh no, it's her turn.
Can I maybe taunt her to come my way?
It's not your turn.
I know.
Ladies and gents, it's nice knowing you.
So, because of her toned body, she's showing off with her striker's outfit. She's going to conjure up a large great axe.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Didn't see that coming.
It has of course, a daisy motif on the pommel of the handle.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. What if Daisy like summons it with a bunch of flower petals?
Ooh.
Like
she did, like all Final Fantasy style.
Oh my gosh! Now I need to draw Daisy with a great axe.
At least it's
Okay,
not
so 1,
at least it's
5,
not ultra drip
10,
stink Daisy.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh boy.
She's got a crazed look on her face, like, hope you're ready.
You just see a big smile on Ziegler's own face as he draws his own great axe and slams it on the ground.
She's also going to cast Reckless.
Oh no!
All right.
She's got advantage on her attack roll. Button, prepare yourself.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
I both rolled 14, but with her +5, that's a 19.
Oh no, that hits!
Hey.
Oh no.
Don't you have shield?
He didn't cast it.
I didn't cast it!
It's a reaction. It's a reaction.
Wait, it's a reaction?
Yeah.
I can do that?
Yes.
Yeah, Armor of Agathis is a reaction spell.
No, Armor of Agathis is an action. Shield is a reaction.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Okay.
do you have the shield spell?
I don't. Wait, hold up. Hang on.
Yeah, double check.
I have Armor of Shadows, which casts mage armor, but that's not a reaction.
No.
Oy.
I don't
Just
have
a
a
shame.
shield.
Just cut to an image of Button wielding sign Wile E. Coyote style saying, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yep, 90's going to hit. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. Take 11 points of damage.
11? Ouch!
She just brought this axe down onto you, causing a crater in the stage while cutting you down too.
I can actually imagine her going with the flat end pommel and just going straight on the top of the head.
Oh no!
Ouch!
Button is laying down like Yamcha.
I'm sorry, but your friend asked for a challenge.
I'm not down yet! I'm not down yet!
For the record, this Daisy here, thanks to Steve here, is a berserker.
Oh no!
And with that, last up is Somber. Alright.
Crab muffin.
Oh, crab baskets.
What?
It's only gonna end in tears, cat.
I 2, 3. I think I broke Steve.
You're dead. Oh no! I have done the unthinkable.
You killed me. You're gonna
all your
kill me. This is all your fault.
I'm not
No.
good for you.
Alright, so Somber's going to pull out his hand crossbow and is going to strike Violette.
Oh, Mother Teresa.
So he's going to fire. No. He rolled
Natural
a 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Honey!
Hey, this one ain't my fault. This one ain't my fault. Daisy is my fault.
Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy.
You still stack the odds against your party here.
I did.
Yes, you did.
So here we go.
I didn't even issue the challenge, Your Highness!
You're lucky. He only hit you for 6 points of damage.
Only 6 points?
He rolled he rolled two. He rolled 1 times that by 2, and he has a +1 to his crossbow.
Okay.
So he rolled the lowest number. So 3 points.
3 points damage. Okay.
He just grazed your cheek.
I can imagine like a piece of chunk of scale just also was grazed off from the crossbow.
Peach, everyone's just gonna look at you and say, "Are you winning, Potty?"
No!
Yeah, Moy, the dice don't lie.
Nit.
RN Jesus is against him.
I know RNGesus, and he's a cool dude.
So with that, top of the order once again, Crimson. I'm not the pun jester, Ice Drake. Nowhere near that. That's Jay's job.
Yeah, that's my job,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Can I have his job?
Crimson's going to attack with his spear to strike Greta.
Oh, thank goodness it's not me. I don't think I can take any more punishment.
I'm not that cruel. Alright, so
Yet.
I assume 10's not going to hit you.
Nope.
Yep. He's not going to... Yep, he is not going to harm you, but he's taken the chance to move and leaving himself open to attack of opportunity to protect Princess Daisy right next to Ziegler.
I will take it.
All right.
Nice.
I strike.
Come on, get another 20. You can do it.
Oh, darn it. I need
What?
to redo that.
The dice roller does make things a little easier in that regard.
I noticed that you can copy and paste.
That's true.
Trying to do.
Yeah, he was anticipating you to attack him, and he got his shield to block. And now he's right beside Daisy and facing Ziegler.
Oh snap!
I mean, I'll give Crimson one thing. He's definitely real brave for standing up to Ziegler.
No kidding.
Alright, so with that, Pika!
Okay. Pika is surprisingly upset, which is something she normally doesn't get.
Real quick, Violette, since these three are out of the range of the fairy fire, would that not affect them?
Actually, it's not. Essentially, it's an area of effect, and once they are hit by it, it is essentially a concentration thing, and it is a constant thing. It's not a range thing.
Okay, so they are still effective. All right, all right, then go. All right, but yeah, Pika.
Wait, wouldn't that mean I would get advantage on them too?
Fairy fire hit everyone except the red guy, unfortunately.
Oh darn it. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yep, Pika.
Okay. So I want to do something crazy.
Okay.
Pika. Not only are her new friends associates got wounded, but her mask got nicked. She did not appreciate that. The little Pika, her eyes are glowing underneath the mask. As she would float over to Princess Daisy, and she would lift up her mask, and she'd give her a big old lick.
Oh, okay.
Pika, use lick.
Well,
Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But wait, are you able to pass through button though?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
She
floats above him.
Oh yeah, but you're right. You're also right next to. Oh, so that would put you right next to Somber.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so yeah,
She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
you made Fluttershy angry. I mean,
Yes.
all right, so you're gonna use lick.
Peeved.
You are gonna use lick attack. You mind? Yeah, you mind posting me the. Masky, you mind posting me the stats for lick
For
in
lick?
in the stream chat?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Yeah, I want
I'll-
to see the stats for it again.
Okay.
Wait, don't you have the PDF?
Dang it. I do, but I'm trying to copy it. There you go.
give her time.
Yeah.
Chat.
Alright.
I'll put it under days. Cropped some of it.
Okay.
Okay, come on, just let me copy you. Let me copy you, you jerk.
The
Oh my
nerve.
gosh. It's so rude. Okay,
know.
you know what? Okay. how
Here,
do I do
here.
this?
I could bring it up on the module.
Okay, yeah,
Let me
if
look-
you could,
let-
please.
yeah, let me
I'm so
look at it.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, all right, so when you use your action to lick another creature within melee range, make a Charisma Intimidation check opposed by the target's Constitution saving throw. Okay, so Daisy's gotta make a Constitution saving throw against your Intimidation roll.
Wait, did she also got hit by the fairy fire too?
Yeah, she
She
did.
did.
Yeah.
All right, so Masky, roll Intimidation for Pika.
Okay, so okay, intimidation +5.
Nice.
Roll high, roll
Oh, this
high.
is gonna. Oh, please,
Roll
please,
high.
please.
Oh my gosh, please, 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 please.
OTB, okay.
Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers.
Up.
Come on.
Up.
Did I do
It
it
just
right?
says rolling.
No,
rolling.
Did you forget to do the slash?
I think she did forget to do the slash.
Oh, she
Yeah.
forgot to do the
Slash.
slash, yeah.
Slash roll 1d20 plus 5. Not rolling.
Okay, and roll. Okay,
And the-
cross fingers.
Oh, 21!
Hey, nice.
Even with the contested fairy fire, you are gonna hit her with that.
I mean, you could try again to see if you crit.
Well, it doesn't do damage though. That's the thing.
That's the thing. That's okay. Okay.
Right? Yeah. With a big hearty lick, Daisy is a bit unnerved at that, and she is paralyzed.
Nice.
She is now paralyzed for the next turn.
Yay.
Oh.
So on her next turn, she cannot move or act.
Yes.
You,
Oh,
Pika,
that's a
Because eyes
godsend.
are glowing.
Masky, you just incapacitated the boss.
Well done.
All right, so is that your turn?
Yep,
Okay.
that's your turn. Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
That's for fun,
well
Greta.
done.
And
Very
Violet. Let's
nice.
do the party.
So, let's see here. What do I want to do with you?
Alright, it is Goethe's turn.
I'm not sure. Dodge, patient defense, or step of the wind.
Patient defense is usually a pretty nice bet.
That's true.
As someone who played a monk for a long time and greatly enjoyed it, patient defense is a lovely ability. So long as you had the key to burn, of course.
Yes, it's true. I don't know if I want to spend it on this.
Well, the good news is, as a monk, you get martial arts, so you can still get a martial arts die on your bonus action. So you still get 2 attacks.
See, double checking.
Ba-da-ba.
Here, let me pull up the monk here.
You having trouble over there?
I think she's pondering. Give her a moment.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, actually, Dom, while she's pondering, I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, if I were to use my healing potion, would that count as a bonus action or a regular action?
Consuming a potion counts as a regular action.
Okay, so if I were to consume a potion, I couldn't use one of my cantrips.
No.
Okay.
Whenever strike as a bonus action.
Because you are using your arms to grab your potion, uncork it, then drink it.
Yeah, using a potion on yourself is an action. Using it on an ally is a bonus action, as far as I know, at least.
I see.
Okay.
It's either you drink it or you eat the potion to another ally.
Hey, you're lucky that's Masky paralyzed Daisy, because she's still right in front of you.
I know.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
although,
like,
although
don't take this in vain. I think Pika can only use that once. So
yeah, you can only use it once per long rest. And keep in mind, this was completely unplanned with Daisy's part. This was all on the fly. So thanks to Ziegler for giving me the chance to improv right on the spot.
Oh my goodness.
Also, the idea of Daisy being a berserker is kind of funny and hilarious.
I always kind of imagined she'd be more of a monk, but, I'm not going to say no to this. This is just awesome.
Well,
You still get a TPK, honey. You're going to get the couch tonight.
The couch is soft!
Oh, that's a threat if I ever heard one.
I think in front of so many witnesses, that's not a threat, that's a promise.
that is a promise.
Let's see. Okay. Decision made.
Felix is saying oof.
Alright.
Oof!
Okay. I'm gonna.
You got an idea? You got an? All right.
Yes.
So what are you gonna do?
I am going to. I'm gonna hold off on spending a key point for now, but I will take the attack. And I had forgotten about that unarmed strike as a bonus action due to the martial arts feat. So thanks for that. So first track.
Aha! Do that, then
Oh,
we're gonna have a
nice.
cuddle break.
And
Nice.
you're attacking Azul.
Yes.
Okay, that will hit.
Roll that D8, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Attack.
Ooh, that's an 8. Nice.
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 And
You do have some martial arts attack.
Yes.
He is on his last legs.
Oh gosh.
Finish him.
So is that the end of your turn?
I still got the unarmed strike for bonus. For the bonus action.
Yep.
Okay, go.
Snap.
The
Oh, this is
modifier
good.
for you should be the same. And actually, wait, what's your dex?
My dex is 2.
Include
Oh,
to
plus
hit
2.
with. Yeah, that's for your damage. If you're rolling to hit, it's your dex plus your proficiency.
Either
my
way, it still
proficiency
hits.
is included.
Still hits.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for the next attack.
Yeah, but proficiency, since you're proficient with your own fists.
Oh, okay.
Well, in this case, just attacking unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, Greta doesn't have fists. She'd be more like doing kicks.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said unarmed. But either way, you still hit even without it.
Unarmed.
So yeah, you're unarmed. Okay, so you're unarmed strike now.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I'll hit.
Nice.
Oh
That's a
my
D4
God.
plus your dex.
Don't even bother rolling for damage, because
Knock out.
yeah, as soon as you
Acha.
you give him a good bonk on the head with your stack, bam, he's unconscious.
Nice. Good.
And you still have your
job.
movement, so you can move on to the next.
That's
Yep.
Might I remind you, you're surrounded. You're pretty much in the middle of the enemy party. Look where you're standing right now. You're in the middle of the... And look where Daisy is.
Oh.
Yep, I see.
But don't forget, you have the healer too. This is your choice.
Oh boy.
Whatever you do, hon, we'll support you.
If you want my opinion, I'd say go for the healer, because as long as
That's
she's
what
around,
I was thinking. That's what I was thinking too. So
Indeed. That's something we do in all video games.
5,
Tactics,
10,
because
15.
my goodness.
All right. There's my movement,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Alright,
Great.
so Azul is down, so Lavender. She is going to take up the flank with Crimson, and she's going to take her short sword.
Oh my.
And she's going to attack twice on Ziegler.
Oh,
Okay.
yikes. I mean, I don't blame her.
Will a 20 hit? This is dirty.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Alright, first attack will hit. And
All right.
the next one's 21, so yeah, that'll hit.
Yep.
So both attacks will hit.
Oh,
Yep.
yikes.
Alright, so... this one, the first attack's the minimum damage. So
Okay.
she stabs you for 3 damage, and the second hit...
Reduced to 2.
Alright, and then she slashes for 7 damage.
Reduced to 4. So that's a total of 6 damage.
Oh, you got half damage because of... Yeah, I get you. Alright,
Yeah, with rage.
so that's all she can do right now.
Okay.
It's your boy Ziegler's turn.
Here we go. Come on, man.
You've got
Oh.
3... You have 3 choices in front of you.
I do. He wants to fight her on even ground. This one's being a bother, but this one just stabbed him.
Decisions.
He just looks at it. Just the part when I heard him, he just stabbed me. He just looks at that guy with complete disgust.
Pathetic.
Whatever you do, don't mistake me for one of them!
No, which one of these guys is looking weaker, if I had to guess?
Insight.
Would that be a perception check?
Yeah, perception actually.
Perception?
check.
Okay, that's a +3. Would this cost my action to do?
No, I'm counting this as bonus since you're taking in the heat of the moment.
Mm-hmm. 16.
Nice.
Okay. So with a 16, and since they're pretty much right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a moment here. I'm trying to fix something. Okay. So Daisy's at full strength, but she's paralyzed at the moment.
Right.
This guy's got damage on him, and he's looking a little weary. This one has no damage at all, but you can't tell which of them is weaker by comparison yet. Out of the 2 toads.
But this one has the fairy fire, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use advantage to hit her with the great axe.
Okay.
Oh my.
For 18.
That will hit.
1d12 plus 6.
8.
No.
Essentially, he raises that battle axe up, sees this little diminutive toad, and just before the blade comes down, he twists it so the flat hits instead. Bonk!
That leaves like a noticeable bump on her head, and she's like, ow! Ow, ow.
Yep.
Yeah, she's hurting from that.
At which point, he just roars in her face, essentially saying, back off!
Okay. Next up, Button Starlock Supreme.
I'll never get tired of that. Okay. Okay, I need to...
You need some space, man.
I do need some space.
How it?
Poor guy.
Keep in mind, Crimson has an attack on you if you try to move.
Oh, barnacles. Okay.
Couldn't he take the disengage though, and not risk opportunity attack?
That would consider an action, wouldn't it?
Wait.
Yes.
So, question:
But he-
because
I think that's
Ziegler's
a bonus
right,
section though.
because Ziegler's right in front of him, would he not have an opportunity to attack?
He's still got-
That would be the case if I had the Sentinel feat, which I do
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
So you either disengage right now and risk being hit by someone else, or you consume your potion.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a lot of options, do I?
Unfortunately.
Dang nabbit. I blame Nebby.
You know what?
That darn soccer ball.
Remind me what Charm Person does.
What does?
Can you
Charm
remind
Person.
Me, can you remind me what Charm Person does?
Yeah, let me bring this up. Alright, so Charm Person. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
So they will have advantage on the save, but if they fail, you can essentially tell them, just step off the stage. We're done here.
I have an idea. I'm going to use Charm Person on Daisy.
Sorry, she's immune.
Ah, dang it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use Charm Person on Crimson.
Okay, and since he's got his attention on Ziegler as well, alright, so that will count. So, Charm Person, now they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
What is your spell? Ah, God.
My spell attack bonus, or do you want my wisdom modifier?
No, your
Spell save DC?
yeah, the spell save DC.
14.
Okay, they must be 14 then. They are charmed.
Yes!
Nice.
Huzzah!
So
Okay.
they go all glassy eyed, seeing you, and is like, oh no, my ally is harmed. I gotta do something. So they are charmed by you, and they will do what you command on their turn. So in the
Sweet.
meantime,
Oh my.
No.
And
so
then in the meantime, I'm just going to I can still move, right?
you can move.
Is there any downside to moving?
Well, the good news is that the red guy is charmed by you, right?
Yes.
Which means he considers you a friend. He won't attack you.
That's a good point. So I am just going to back off from Daisy real quick and over to Violette over here.
Okay.
Alright, and with that being your turn, it is Violette's turn.
Okay, let's see. I'm debating whether or not should I actually attack or just,
Consider what's most important right now.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. She's right there, so. I am okay.
The red guy is currently on our side, so if you're gonna hit anyone, go for the either Daisy or the Toad. Though Zyger will hold it against you if you go for Daisy. That is his quarry.
Oh goodness.
Okay, I think for this one, let's see. Sorry, I had to stretch. I think at this moment, I'm gonna do something that is part of the that is part of our dragon ancestry, and I know this one is a bonus action, but I'm gonna use Gem Flight, where for just this bonus action, she manifests the spectral wings for just 1 minute, and for that duration, she gains flying speed equal to my walking speed,
Nice.
and can hover.
Oh, okay then.
All right.
I think at this point, given that everyone is a little bit more compact, what she's aiming for is, well, a little bit hard for her to reach. So she uses this moment to actually just stretch out her back and then her arms. And next thing you know, gem shards of amethyst gem shards starts gathering on her back until they form a shape. And then said shape took the form of wings. And instead of your standard dragon-like wings, these look more like, well, butterfly-like wings, if you will.
A dragon with
As
butterfly
they're-
wings. Okay.
Oh, that sounds so pretty. You gotta draw that. Anyways, continue.
I can't. It seems I have to take a little bit of more of a creative approach. And let me just okay. 30 right there, and I was gonna say that she would fly over there in that section, and she would use her lyre bow to target the cleric. But targeting this guy too would also be a thing. Like, she would fly, and then she would use her lyre bow to take on the cleric right there. I mean, not the cleric, the archer, right? This one.
Lavender.
This guy.
Yep.
Lavender. Okay.
But yeah, also keep in mind, try not to be off stage if you can.
Okay, then how about this then?
That's fine.
Essentially, go 15 feet forward and then 15 feet up.
I'll take this spot right here.
Okay. So yeah, you are above the ground though, so that's an idea.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Violet then hovers and flaps upward high, and then with her lyre bow, she takes aim and strikes onto her target. There is only one Lavender, and as I am Violet Lilac Lavender Heliotrope. And okay, please, for the love of God, let this Oki be okay.
You do have advantage thanks to Fairy Fire.
Okay, that's 1d20 plus my...
2d20, hun. She has that
What?
Fairy Fire, remember?
Alright, I forgot. 2d20 plus my, my hit DC is plus 5. Should I also include that?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Nice!
Yo! Double 19!
19?
I
What are the odds?
Crap. I think
24 to hit. Nice.
that she hits both, of course.
Wait, you get 2 attacks? You shouldn't.
No, she was rolling
That
with
was the advantage.
Yeah.
Even then, that's still 24. That's gonna hit.
Yeah. Roll your damage, hun.
Okay, 1d6 plus 3. Is my rock candy still a thing or not?
Yeah, it's still going because each combat round goes for like about a minute.
Let's see, 3, so that's also gonna, adding 2, so that's gonna be plus 5 instead of plus 3.
7.
Nice.
You shoot, aiming, and you hit true. Blah.
Nice! She's down!
She.
Oh my god.
Yep. You took out her bow's now off stage, and she faints from being struck with an arrow.
Medic?
No.
All right. So, why don't we pause for a moment and let's all take a moment to stretch, rehydrate, and use the restroom.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yes.
5-minute break.
All right.
After these
All right.
messages,
All right, chat. We're gonna have a bit of an intermission right now.
Intermission. All right, I'm gonna get a little text box up here that says intermission real quick.
Yep.
Be
All right.
you're gonna use the
Cool.
bathroom.
All right. So I will be right back.
Okay. Intermission, and I'm going to use, let's see. We're gonna get a, let's see, outline here. And it is going to be a black outline. There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm going to use the restroom myself. I will see you guys in a minute.
See. Oh wow, almost everyone's. I am all alone. Hello, Ice Drake. Nice seeing you, man. Let's see, how many of you guys? You got quite a lot of people. See, Keyblade Mistress. See a lot of people. I'm so sorry if I can't pronounce your guys's. I am not the best when trying to ask to pronounce things. In fact, in my Let's Plays with Kalmastari, one of my favorite things to say is whatever that name is. But yes. Hope you all are enjoying the session and everything going on, and hope you're having a good time. I was really stressed with what Steve did, but I think we're making it out pretty well, so let's see what happens. But yes. So, by the way, you guys, I have my cats around me this whole time, and I've been getting distracted by them, by their crazy antics around me. It's been quite the night.
I am back.
Welcome back, Dom.
All right. We missing anyone? Oh wait.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
Lassie,
I've returned.
Kodo.
Okay.
We got Jason, Mabuo.
Okay.
Welcome back, Nibby. I guess the cats need to have a potty break because they've been in here the whole time with me, watching my crazy antics, and they've been doing insane things. Like, so there's a box spring in this room, and Celestia's been climbing on it, and she actually fell off it at some point, and I was trying so hard not to laugh.
Oh. But yeah, I strike Steve being in the Koopa house with Ziegler. I think he's gonna get an earful out of this combat regardless.
Alright, I'm back. You know, I just came to realize something. I should have had my. If this were a crack post, this is the soft version of the other of its other well-known name. I should have made Violet would go like, "I am canceling you on Twitter," as she finishes off Lavender.
I'm pretty sure Twitter doesn't exist in the mushroom world, but I see your point.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh my god.
But imagine Violette yelling, "There can only be one!"
Yeah, that was amazing, girl. Oh.
I'm really gonna draw that out.
Absolutely.
So now we're just waiting for Steve and Lassie.
All right, I'm back. I just put the recycling out.
Cool.
Welcome back, Steve.
If you're wondering why my mouth sounds a little bit full just now, I brought some Halloween candy with me.
Ooh, I should do the
that's a
same.
good idea.
Oh.
I should do the same.
I'm so jealous.
I only
Yeah,
I only got myself a Twix and a couple of Kit Kat bars, and that's it.
Yeah, I already stuffed myself on like airheads and all that.
Okay, I got myself some Hershey's, some Kit Kats, and a couple of Reese's.
You're making me want to cry, you guys.
Why? You don't have candy?
No,
No,
it's
I
more like she can't eat it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
What? Wait, why can't you? Is it like an allergy or?
Okay, I have pre-diabetes.
Oh.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah,
gotta
so I have to
be very,
very
careful about
careful.
what she eats.
And it's on both sides of the family. My grandma had it, and my dad's mother had it. Not my dad's mother, my dad's father. So it's a double whammy in the genetics.
My sympathies.
hmm This year, I actually had one piece of a Kit Kat bar, and that was very hard since I saw in the basket that my mom was giving out like a whole bunch of my favorite chocolate bars. But I resisted, so I was proud of
Well
myself.
done.
And we're all very proud
Thank
of you.
All right, so we're
Thank
just
you.
missing Lassie right now.
Yeah.
But if
By the
there's
way, I
any
don't know if you... Oh, sorry.
if there's any candy I would love to have again, Tim Tams.
Oh yeah.
I've never
Like
heard of those.
cold ones.
What are
They-
Tim Tams?
Tim Tams are an Australian type of candy that is like chocolate that is coated with wafer and a bit of chocolate, their own variant of the chocolate.
Oh,
And-
welcome back,
and-
Lassie.
And Tim Tams
welcome
are pretty
back.
much are very much well known there. My ex once upon a time
Okay.
told me about this. Okay.
Yeah, we're making the chat hungry now.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
we should stop talking
guys.
about food.
Okay, so we're all back.
Glorious food.
Actually, I'm happy with this choice of music because this also works for intermission music.
It is great,
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
it is.
All right, we're all back. We're all refreshed. Let's get back to the
Alright,
let's get back to the combat.
You ready, Lassie? Ready, you guys?
Here we
Yes.
go.
All right. So, as we continue, it is Gray's turn.
Ready.
All right. Okay. So let's see here.
By the way, I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw, but I finally posted the surprise tonight. Adorable
Yes.
pictures of Pika. You're welcome, everybody.
Yes. He's cute.
The channel has been blessed by her adorableness.
All right. Considering that Alright, so Gray, knowing that she's backed into the corner by Gerletta, is going to cast Sacred Flame.
Oh dear.
How dare she use one of my favorite cantrips?
Wait,
So,
No, wait, no, I wouldn't count it. I was about to say, wouldn't she have disadvantage because it's a ranged spell attack, but I don't think that works.
Right in front of her. Alright, so Lassie, roll dexterity save.
Wait, doesn't she have disadvantage regardless because of what Violette casted?
That's
That's
true.
something for us, not for our enemies.
No, I'm
Alright,
talking. Never mind. I was thinking. Wouldn't Gray have disadvantage because of the something flame? What is it called? Ethereal?
Sacred
Fairy
Flame.
Flame.
It's-
Fairy Flame.
And if it were a direct spell attack like your Eldritch Blast, it would.
Dirty saving throw.
Okay. So she tries to cast a Sacred Flame on you, but you just gracefully dodge out of the way. And you get no damage.
Nice.
Nice.
She is quivering since she can't do anything else. This is the end of her turn. And Daisy can't do anything. She's still paralyzed.
How long is she paralyzed for?
For one round.
Yes, and this was her only round. I skipped. I skipped Somber too quickly, but yeah, it's his turn next. So Somber, seeing what Pika did to Daisy, is going to strike at Pika.
Oh no! Not Pika again! Please, please, please. Please don't hurt the boo.
The boo in more way than one.
And they're going to use, and they are going to use sneak attack.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Yep. But first, they gotta hit Pika.
Don't give her a boo boo.
Dirty 20.
Ow.
Oh no!
Here we go.
Yep.
This is painful.
Okay, this is gonna hurt.
No!
Rollo.
You're lucky. He rolled low. Both of them. 3 total damage.
Oh.
Phew.
Oh,
So he goes to stab the cloak as the dagger goes right through, even though there's nothing really underneath the Boo's body. So yeah, all it did was just unnerve your ethereal floating this, and it left a hole in your cloak.
So, 3 minus damage, or just nothing?
Yeah,
Three
you took
damage.
3 damage.
Okay. Oh man, that certainly rattled her.
Oh no. Yep, and that's the end of his turn. So it's Crimson. So he's charmed. So Button, what are you gonna have Crimson do?
So, question: would he be disqualified if he jumped off the stage?
They didn't establish the rules.
Yeah, it was just a combat on the stage. There was nothing like saying a ring out or anything.
Okay, what if I make him say I forfeit? Can I make him
It'd
say
be
I
better for him
forfeit?
to walk off the stage.
Can I make him say I forfeit?
Let me think.
I think if you ask me, I think something that he would more likely do would be to either walk off the stage or go help your friend that's in the purple one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dom, what do you think?
Let me think. This is also a wisdom saving throw, though. Let me grab a dice. Give me a high or low.
A higher or low?
Yeah, high or low number.
Like, like a specific number?
No, just like just tell me high or low. If I'm gonna roll a d20, and you just tell me if I landed high or low.
Okay, low.
Okay. He holds up his arms and says, "I forfeit."
Yes.
So he gets off stage, and basically at this point, since he considers himself out of the match, he'll be considered out of combat.
Yes. Who's a dead?
And once he's off stage, he's realizing like, what did I just do? Wait, they charged me? Ah, fiddlesticks.
So Button is looking smugly down at Crimson and says, "Who's a dead weight now?"
Oh no.
Nice.
Next up is the angered Pika.
Oh my. Okay. So,
Nice job catching yourself.
what do you mean? I wasn't gonna swear.
I thought you were. Oh, never mind. Go.
M. Shyamalan, ding dong.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. Okay, so Pika would take her rapier and she would go for Somber.
All right. So let's do this. Roll to attack.
Alright. So, let's see. Copy and paste. I'm getting smarter by a little bit, just a tiny bit, but trying. Okay.
Don't
so
worry.
D20
You can do it.
plus.
Yeah.
Do I use dexterity or initiative?
Rapiers are finesse weapons, so they go off either your highest on Dex or Strength. So this is Dex in your case.
Which for you
Okay,
in this
so
case
that's
would be a
+2.
+4 to hit.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah,
it's
Your dex is
proficiency.
a +2, correct? Your dex is a +2, correct?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
+2.
You are a rogue, which means you are proficient with rapiers, which means you add your proficiency modifier on top of that, making it a +4.
So you are. Yep.
All right,
So
let's see what happens.
All right.
Oh!
With the gracefulness of your rapier, you are gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Though I don't know if she gets sneak attack off that, though.
No.
Yep, but still a DA of damage, +2.
Okay. So I gotta roll
2d8.
again for damage?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
1d8 +2.
Okay. 1d8
Yep.
+2.
Correct.
Alright. And
8
8!
damage. Not bad.
Woo!
For angering you for not only leaving a hole in your cloak, but pretty much just angering you in general, you, with your rapier, you do the same thing and leave a hole in his cloak, but also grazes his side.
Vengeance.
Take that, you meanie.
Oh!
Oh no, did I kill Jason?
The cuteness! I can't!
You're killing the chat with cuteness.
I'm sorry, everybody.
So with that,
So cute.
so that's the
Sorry,
end
not
of
sorry.
you, Greta.
Here we go, Greta.
All right.
Get him.
I'm gonna give him a good old bunk on the head.
Yes.
All right. So let's see if this acolyte can dodge.
First strike.
You're
Mm,
lucky it has a low AC. That will hit.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Okay, so that's a 13.
No, 9 plus 2.
9 plus 2 plus a proficiency. It's a hit.
Oh yeah, you keep forgetting to add the
Oh.
proficiency.
Darn.
But But either way, they'll still hit.
Yes, sweetie.
Yeah.
It's okay, hon.
Yeah, it's
Excuse me, I had a little hiccup.
Good. That's it.
8 damage.
Yep.
Alright. With a good bonk! Blah!
Dang! Woo!
Yeah, acolytes are squishy.
Nice.
So now
Nice.
the healer's down. You only have 2 left.
As a cleric main, I beg to differ, but this is fine.
So... Oh, you're gonna try and flank him now.
Yes.
Oh, good choice.
Give it a pincer!
Yeah.
Good old
and-
pincer maneuver. Alright, so...
I gotta.
Azul's
I still
down.
got that
Lavender's
under-
down. Ziegler, you're up.
Don't I still have the
Yeah, yeah, she
bonus
still has-
action though
yeah,
with
she
the martial
still-
art?
Yeah, she still has
But I don't
bonus
know if
action.
that's right.
He does.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, go ahead.
Sweet.
Plus
Come
4.
on, hon.
Please, fear. Please, oh please. Does that hit?
12. That will meet.
Yes!
So I go to player.
Do these guys not wear armor?
They don't. They're spies. They don't need armor.
I mean, the red guy did, but now he's off the stage.
But
But-
he's
You're
a
welcome.
knight. He wears plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that will hit this. It will hit Somber.
Q.
6 damage. Not bad.
Nice. Basically maxed out damage for that hit.
Catching him off guard, you pretty much give him a good bonk on the back of the head as he has his attention towards Pika. Now realizing he's been boxed in by you two. Okay, now it's Ziegler's turn.
Correct.
Oh, snap.
Now, I could crit Daisy. I could. And since she hasn't attacked or taken damage in this round, her rage is now gone.
And since she's paralyzed, she gets negative on attack and dex saves.
True. But
Oh no, what are you gonna do now?
Ziegler wants to fight her at her best.
So not taking advantage of her
Oh no, my
paralysis.
oh no, my dang signal's
No,
going again.
he does not want to take advantage of her paralysis unless he.
Oh, no.
Now, does this
I'm
guy have
refreshing
fairy
my-
fire
I'm
on him
refreshing.
or no?
What was that?
Does this guy have fairy fire on him or no?
Yes, it did.
Okay, which means this would be an advantage.
All right. And he's completely boxed in.
10.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, snap.
And one of them was going to be a crit fail, but 11 will not hit.
Okay. Let me think. What can I do on a bonus action? Could I attempt to essentially shove him?
Shove him where? Back behind stage?
Yeah, essentially go, no more fighting for you.
Get out of here.
I don't know what that's going to do for you.
Or you could intimidate him.
Yeah.
Could I?
Scared the heck out of him.
Just give him a good old nudge.
Do I have permission from the DM to do this?
Go ahead.
Oh, snap.
Okay, let me grab something here. Because I know exactly what to do with this. And I'm gonna grab this. Okay, I got the sound clip bite I want to use. And I'm going to attempt to intimidate. And for me, that is a +2.
All right.
Babu, what are you doing?
18.
Oh my.
As he just goes and roars directly in this guy's face. Looks at him. Just Hang on, and
Was that taking?
Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh.
So, I'm just for the heck of it, I'm gonna see if this will do any. Oh my god.
What?
I rolled a will save on him just to see how this goes. Just for the fun factor, he faints.
did he roll a 1?
Oh
just
my
fainted.
gosh.
Yes.
Okay. Once he's done, he looks at everyone. All of you back off. As he just takes a stance, and he is going to use what's left of his 15 feet of movement because he used 15 feet to get to this guy. 5, 10, 15, and points his axe at Daisy. The princess is mine.
Oh my.
So.
For the love of the gods.
Oh, the music changed.
You have only the boss left.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, about that, Mr. Ziegler, sir. I actually do have a bone to pick with this princess. No offense, Miss Daisy, but she did hit me with her freaking axe, and I want vengeance.
He just glares at the little Koopa. Like, just
Koopa?
telling him with his eyes, don't.
Oh my gosh.
Well, either way,
It's his
Button's
turn next.
turn.
Ziegler, with all due respect, I decline.
Oh my.
I am going to
Oh
cast.
boy.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Well, she's gonna have disadvantage on this attack. So you have advantage on attacking her.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to let's see, Eldritch Blast. So my attack is +6. So I roll 2 d20s. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
And take the higher of the
Take
two.
the higher.
Oh, one of
that's
those at
25.
19. Nice.
That'll hit.
Dang. Good job, bro.
Nice.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh,
So-
she cannot move, but she's gonna have to stand while taking this blast.
Yep,
Okay,
but it does mean that she will be able to make her save again.
I know. So,
Yep.
remind me how which dice I'm supposed to use for Eldritch Blast for attacking.
D10.
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 Okay. So slash roll 1d10, and let's see, and that's plus charisma, right? Or am I?
Yeah.
Assuming you're
Yes.
using Agonizing Blast, yes.
May I use Agonizing Blast?
Yes.
Next time, I will allow, but next time make sure you declare that. Otherwise, I was gonna just have regular Eldritch Blast on you.
Okay, so let's see, plus charisma. That is +4. Okay.
So add that.
Oh, that's a 10.
10.
Still, that'll with your agonizing blast, you strike Daisy square in the chest. Even though she can't move, you could have the feeling that she felt that blast. And now that she's without a healer, she's on her own.
Yep.
Quite literally.
So that's the end for you. So, Virata.
Oh. Ah. Okay.
Honey, I
Babu.
need healing.
I actually,
What about Button? He's the one that's been on death's door.
yeah, I'm currently at 4
I know.
HP right now.
Also,
It's
isn't
true.
Pika like at 3 health too?
Probably.
Oh crap!
Gosh.
You really have 3 health?
Oh.
Yeah.
Then.
wow.
Why don't use a full-on cure wounds on her and make her do more
Right.
healing.
then she's gonna fly over to Pika because she still has the wings. That's right there. It shimmers thanks to the light. And she's gonna poke Pika at the mask. It's the only solid thing she can think of that's that she can touch with a boo, you know? And boop, cure wounds.
Oh.
Yep. 1d8 plus your charisma mod, hun.
And I still got that rock candy in my system.
Uh-huh. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
And that's all of my spell slots. I am fresh out. I'm running out of vinegar.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Pika's back. Pika's back to full health. It's back at health now.
Thank you, Felix.
Just promise just promise me you stay alive after this.
But she's
Alright,
already dead.
Oh,
Is-
poor bud.
No.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Now, with Daisy's next turn, she is out of her paralysis.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Oh dear.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's nice knowing you.
She is going to ignore Pika and Greta and go after Ziegler.
Oh my god.
I know you want.
Accept this.
I know you wanted a challenge, and I'll give you one.
Babe, ask her out for a date first before you fight her, please.
And she's going reckless.
She's go. Okay. Okay.
All right, against you. Ow! Ow!
She
Oh
crit.
boy.
Nat 20.
Hey!
That's fine. I'm still raging, which means it only does base.
All right, and this is going to be a D12.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh my.
And she swipes square onto your chest with the axe,
Okay.
leaving a cleave on you.
Oof. A cleave
Is
on
that
his
what-
natural armor.
Is that a worthy challenge?
Quit!
All right, so since Crimson's down, now Pika's top of the order.
Alrighty. So, Pika would go forward right here. And she would shoot her crossbow
Okay.
at Daisy.
Alrighty, so you rolled to a hit.
Okay?
And since she's reckless, it will be at an advantage.
Uh huh.
Okay, so roll 2d, 2d20.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
and
no,
you take
would it be
take-
1d20?
2d20, and you take the higher of the two.
Okay. And that would be a 3, because I see like a dice on the screen.
Yeah,
you-
that's from me.
you ro-
That's,
you roll-
that's from me. Sorry. I'll just go ahead and put that up there.
Oh, okay.
You know, I could have just deleted that.
I please do.
Yeah.
So,
I
and then I do the 2 plus 2?
Yep.
Plus 4.
plus 4. Oh yeah.
Plus 4. Right, okay. Sorry. Alright.
So your
Oh
highest.
my god!
So your highest would be a dirty 20 then.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Oh. That will hit.
Okay. So now, so now the 1-8.
Yep. 1d8 plus 2.
All right. Luckily, I'm starting to do this copy and paste stuff to make my life a lot easier. At 8.
Nice.
You graze her shoulder with that crossbow. All right.
Rhinus, but
And-
you did kind of hit button and the others.
Actually, no. Well, still. Adrenaline, I'm sorry. Blech.
It's okay.
It's fine.
You're fine.
So, end of the turn, Greta.
You got this, girl.
Actually, I'm debating because right now Greta's thinking, well, he picked the fight with her, so
Yeah, he did.
and he got us into this mess. So she might just she might not help him because of that, as
And
well
she
as
would
on
be
top
in
of
the
the
right to
fact
do
that.
so. She would be in the right to do so.
Yeah, so I think what she's gonna do is that she's gonna help get the other toads off stage.
Okay.
Help them out.
Aww.
That's sweet.
That is sweet.
Just
I
take the
didn't think of that.
Just go ahead and take Somber here and take
Yeah.
next stage.
Yeah, come here, dear. You fought well.
With your help and him trying to just wobble off the stage right next to Crimson.
Okay. So that would have been. Let's see. 15.
Actually, since I'll just
20,
be at
25,
I'll-
30.
I'll just be
So I
at
would
this.
be right there.
So, with everyone, I'm just gonna have everybody get off stage like when it was like their original turns, so that they'll just
Mhm.
wobble off. So now the stage is fully cleared. So you don't have to use that movement.
Okay. Well, and then at this point, I think she's just gonna sit back and watch.
Okay.
All right. So then,
I go right ahead. I do not fault you for it.
Ziegler.
All right. At which point, he is going to plant his axe in the ground, go behind Daisy, and attempt to grapple her with a bear hug.
My
that-
God.
wouldn't that be an attack of opportunity against you then?
No,
Trying to
because I
get-
did not leave her range of attack.
Okay. So, all right then. You're going to grapple her.
Yep, and since I am raging, I will have advantage on this strength check. But since she is wait, she never did rage. She never did re-engage her rage.
Nope.
So, and she has fairy fire too, doesn't she?
What's
Yep.
that?
Did she have fairy fire already? I don't remember.
I think she did because
Yeah, she
was
did.
in the center of all the other toads.
Mm-hmm.
When she cast
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So she still has a +4 to it.
Yeah. So actually, with that fairy fire in mind, and knowing she's not raging right now,
Uh-huh.
I am going to use fairy fire to my advantage and fish for a crit to hit her.
Oh my.
All right. Go for the crit.
I mean, 19.
That'll hit.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go for damage. 15.
Ooh.
He will mirror what she did to him and do it to her.
Double that damage to 30. Yeah.
What?
You
Oh.
cleaved a big chunk of her armor.
What armor? She's a barbarian.
Oh wait, no. I mean her striker's outfit. So, she is pretty much getting out. She's getting tired. Yeah, she is grinning at the fun display, but she is getting tired. And all the other toads are like on the edge of their hay seats with Toadsworth with Toadsworth on the brink of fainting.
And he will look at her. As soon as he's done, he will essentially swipe his axe forward to essentially get the blood or whatever's on there. I know you can do better. Stop holding back!
All right, Button.
I am going to take a look at my character sheet real quick.
All right.
Let's see. And oh my goodness, I forgot that I had Genie's Wrath the whole time. Oops.
Raven's lover is saying rip headphone user, so I think that is in regards to Steve's voice.
Sorry.
No. Sorry, buddy.
Let's see here.
The Koopa really loves fighting.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Really?
I mean, look at Bowser.
You know
Also,
what?
I love that earlier.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna follow. I think I'm gonna follow Greta's lead and just take a seat right here and just watch the fireworks.
All right, and you dashed for that movement, so yeah, that'll be your full action then.
Yep.
All right, so Violetta.
Okay. Given that everyone has, given that Button and Greta have safely moved there, and let me see. Let me do the math. There is no possible way for me to actually do my dragon's breath without Ziegler getting caught in the process.
I mean, wouldn't he deserve it though?
I would.
That's up
you
to
would
you.
get his ire for it.
Should I?
So go for it if you want to.
Okay,
I mean,
guess.
hang on, what's the range of Dragon's Breath?
Let me see. I'm digging into my features and
I think
traits.
it's a 15-foot cone, or is it for you as a line?
It's a 15-foot. Wait, let's see. You can replace one of your attacks with exhalation. Okay, you can use your breath. Okay, I don't know. Attack. You can replace one attack with a 15-foot cone breath.
So, essentially, if you were right above Pika with those wings of yours, you'd be able to hit Daisy and not hit me.
Oh!
Wait, aren't the wings gone by now?
I mean, it hasn't passed, as far as I'm aware. And those wings last for a minute. Yes,
they are. Yes, they are.
They're gone?
This would be the last turn then for the wings.
Okay.
Oh snap.
Okay, so she would be flying on top. I'm gonna imagine that she's on top of Pika. Let's just say that's right there, even though the tokens are a little bit iffy at the moment. She then kicks her feet off from the stage with a heavy flap of her wings as she hovers up above Pika, aiming towards the princess and making sure the aim is just right. That is when she takes her deep breath. Her normal human-like skin, which is the only thing that's prevalent, that is stretching from below her eyes down to her chest. When she inhaled, her chest starts to glow into a bright, pale lavender light. As the more she huffs, the more her chest expands, and then she lets it all out and breathes out a shimmering, dazzling light of violet-colored force energy straight at Daisy. Yep.
Dang.
Now.
All right. Deep breath.
Dang, girl.
Now let's see.
Dragonborn, cool.
She needs to make Now she needs to make a DC save, a Dex save.
What is the Dex save for you?
12. Mouse?
Dumb.
Dumb?
I'm Well, I need to know like the number for
12.
What do you mean? Oh, 12.
12.
Okay.
Junge.
She got a dirty 20.
Okay, so she still takes half.
Uh,
And
Well,
I think it's 2d10 radiant damage for an amethyst strike?
1d10 force damage.
Ah.
Well, will my modifier still work on this one, or I mean, my +2 will also work on this one, or nah?
Yeah, just apply the +2, and then I'll just do half from there. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh,
Even
dang,
with half, that'd be 1.5 rounded down. That's 1. You only
Oh.
you only singed her outfit.
Dang, nabbit. Maybe that's your fault.
Darn soccer ball.
All right. Daisy's turn.
Please don't.
Yep.
Oh, yikes.
Daisy, please don't one-tap me.
Don't, she's
Well,
not gonna one-tap you, she's gonna one-tap me.
Well, she already used reckless, so she's just going to straight attack with her great axe.
Is she going to rage?
Yes.
Oh, yikes.
Yep. Daisy has raged.
That's more like it.
Oh, no.
Just think.
Boy.
And just for added flavor, she is crackling bright blue energy with her eyes whited out. Think of her like her supercharged strike from Mario Striker Supercharged.
Oh, I know exactly what you're
Don't know
talking
what that is,
about.
but okay.
I'll show you a picture later. In fact, I'll go search one up while Dom's doing his thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. She is ready to rage against you. And this is just for flavor text. You can see forms of crystals and icicles forming on her axe.
Is she wait, no, she's a berserker, not a wild magic barbarian.
I'm saying this is just for flavor text, just for the reference.
Okay.
But yeah, she is going to rage and have advantage against you with her strength. So, and she's got bonus. So, 22 to hit. And I would assume that would hit.
What's that?
22 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
All right. So now for 12. Where are you? No, you're the 10. There you are. Alright. And she's gonna add her strength modifier to this. Woo! And she already has a plus. So yeah, she already has a +2. This is going to be a +5, so 16 points of damage.
Cut in half, that's 8. I'm still up, and that one hurt. But
Yep,
damn.
she's got a look of excitement on her face, and the crowd's just cheering at the display. And now, Pika's turn.
Okay,
Well-
so Steve, I just posted a picture in the stream chat, so go ahead and take a look at that to get an idea on what Daisy looks like when she's raging.
Okay. Give me a
Oh
moment.
my gosh.
Oh, damn, that.
Oh,
Whoops.
that's one for the swear jar.
There it is.
Dude,
Hey,
you're doing really good.
Yeah, you were doing
Yeah.
really well
I'm
so
getting
far.
better. I'm getting better.
Yep,
Hey,
but
3
now
hours.
that's
that's 3 hours in, and hey, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I am
Yeah.
That looks almost ethereal.
yeah, it is ethereal. Just
Hey,
long
if I
story.
That looks sick.
If I had my way at a higher level, I would have made her like a wild magic barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Well,
Please do. give her some flavor that makes her even more amazing. Because honestly, Peach, mediocre. I'm sorry.
I don't know, because she
Maybe later.
Because she turns into an angel in Mario Strikers Charged.
Ooh.
So yeah, Masky, your turn.
Oh wait.
So Pika, she feels very conflicted because she's Button and Greta off to the side. But so is Violette still above her, or is
Yes.
she now on the ground?
Yes.
Well, on her turn, she's going to be landing down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she doesn't want to get into the fight, but she doesn't want to abandon Violette. So she I would think would be able to try to use defense in case like Daisy comes their direction.
You can't
Okay,
take
so
the
you-
direction.
I mean, you have cunning action. Don't forget that.
Cunning action. Let me look at that.
It's the ability I gave you. So you can
that's
disengage.
right.
Yeah, so you can disengage whenever you need to if she comes after you.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's what Pika's gonna do. Like I said, she doesn't want it because she's like, Ziggler's on his own and such, but she doesn't want to abandon Violette. So
All right.
yeah,
So
that's what she does.
you're gonna.
Absolutely fair.
So you're gonna take a. Are you gonna take a step back?
I guess so. Yeah. So maybe here, right here, there.
Okay. All right. So
Ziggler, you did this to yourself.
I did
Are
do
you-
this to myself. I
All
fully
right,
admit that.
so are you done?
I guess so.
All right. And I assume Greta, you're just still gonna stay out of this.
I'm still watching.
Okay, so you're holding your action.
Just shaking
All right.
my head.
All right. Ziegler.
I'm actually going to hold my action.
Oh.
What?
Holding your action.
I have a plan.
What?
Essentially, he plants his axe head into the ground, like so that the handle is facing straight up, and just does the whole Matrix. Like, come on.
So he's basically
All right.
like moving his hand to taunt and just go Daisy on, is what you're saying.
Yep. Pretty much.
Oh
All right.
my
So
goodness.
Button. Are
Like
you
Button is
also
just
holding on?
Button is just
holding my
like crossing, like he's just crossing his arms and just like shaking his head along with Greta. He's just like, "Can you believe this, Nimrod?"
So you're holding your action too.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm gonna take my action to just pop open my health potion and just start drinking, like it's a beverage.
Okay, it's a you did have a minor healing potion.
Yep. So how much?
All right.
So how much do I roll to recover health?
So let's see.
It's 2
So-
die 4 plus 2, yeah?
2d4 plus 2, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So slash roll 2d4. Oh wait, hang on. 2d4. There we go. Plus 2. Oh! I got a 9!
Oh, nice.
9 health have been recovered.
Yep. I am
That'll be
essentially.
good.
That's okay. Let's see. I'm hoping this plan works.
All right, so that Violetta.
Okay, at this point she would gently tap down into the ground because the wings finally dissipate and all the crystals are finally shimmered out. What am I gonna do? What do? I'm fresh out of spell slots. And my dragon and even if I want to do Dragon's Breath again, Ziggler will get his butt caught in the wind.
His butt caught in the wind. What an image.
So
At least
Well, either
at least
way.
his butt is not breaking wind.
oh, So are you gonna just hold off your action too?
I'm gonna try using Vicious Mockery, and I hope for the best it works.
All right.
I'm still shimmering, right?
Yep.
You call yourself a bedazzling light of beauty? Oh, please. Even if you tried, no matter how hard you try, you'll never be as beautiful as Peach.
Oh.
I'm
Ouch. Oh.
That's as bad as Diet Peach.
That's cutting deep, man.
Ow.
That's cutting
Oh,
deep.
that is deep.
Somebody
Alright.
call the ambulance for that burn.
What's the saving throw?
Well,
No, like, what's the stat?
oh, right. My wisdom, the wisdom would be 12. No?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, but except Felix, oh geez, the gauntlet has been slapped across the face.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking Robin Hood Men in Tights with that image.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Ah. She rolled a 3.
Oh no.
It cut deep.
I'm gonna be 1d2, d4 with +2 because I still have that rock candy on me.
Oh, quick, toss a burn heal.
No!
4 damage. Okay, so is that the end of your turn?
I can't fire my bow at her, so yeah.
I mean, you can move.
She?
Oh yeah, I can cast Bardic Inspiration!
Oh yeah, on who?
Pika is, I have 2 choices, Pika or Ziggler.
Pika seems pretty much like not in the fight anymore. As far as I know. Feel free to correct me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Pika isn't, because she's kind of done with nonsense.
And then I'll pluck my strings, and Ziggler gets the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay,
All
how do
right.
you inspire me?
Okay,
Yep.
so the fairy fire's gone out, just be
Yep.
aware. So
Okay.
now, since she heard those words and since she's raging, she's going after you.
Oh, fuck. Oh!
I release my held action to attack.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Roll
that's
to
on
attack
me.
and she's-
That's the one F-bomb you get from me from this one session.
And
I've been mad at everybody.
that is another one for the swear jar.
Yep.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
so yeah, add. So yeah, roll to attack Ziegler. She's turning to run.
17.
17 will not hit. Wait, no, hold up. Yeah, I was thinking of someone else. Okay, 17 will hit. Yeah, I don't know where my mind was going.
Oh no.
9 damage.
While you get her clean in the back, and she is wobbling, she is still raging with icy fury at Violette, and she's going to take her great axe to her, still raging. I hope you're ready, Violette.
Oh god.
My butt is clenching to the max.
Use that butt to catch the axe.
I don't
Okay,
know if my cheeks can clap that axe.
22.
Ew.
Ah. It hits. It overmates my armor class. It hits.
Oh boy. Prepare yourself.
So fudge. So thick, so fudge. Ultimate Krispy Kreme.
She hit for max damage, 15.
Oh no! I'm out.
Oh no!
Are you down?
She is
Oh,
unconscious. She is at 0. She is incapacitated.
Oh, crud.
Oh, that,
Which means now she has to make death saves, or somebody has to heal her.
Or just do the
Or
medicine check on
stabilize
her.
medicine check, yeah.
Yeah, so you got multiple checks. But with that, her turn's over. Pika.
Okay, does Pika have anything with heal? I feel so
no,
bad.
It is a medicine
But
check,
you
though.
can do a medicine check in order to stabilize her.
Can
Which means she
she?
has to make a death
Can
save throw.
she?
Yeah.
Please. How do I do that?
Medicine is a skill.
It's a
Okay.
medicine's a skill, so roll a medicine check.
Yep. So
It'd
just add
be-
your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so wisdom. Okay. So is it the D20?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. So roll. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Mikado.
The second time I entered a death saves.
Okay.
Hey,
and,
First party incapacitation too.
Yeah, true.
All because of
Achievement
Ziegler.
Achievement unlocked.
dude.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Honey, if we get TPK'd, I'm not gonna forgive you!
Oh crap! I clicked on my YouTube. Dang it!
Oh no!
Well done.
Okay, I'm getting back in. So plus.
Ziegler's Leroy Jenkins moment.
Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so.
Okay,
I'll-
so I hope I did this right.
Where's her sheet? There it is.
Oh!
Oh, you got a nat 20 on one of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh my
boys!
gosh!
That means that she Violette is back up with 1 hit point.
How do I
Yep.
fix that?
Thank goodness.
She is conscious. So for one moment, so Violette, one moment you are like blacking out, but a few moments later you just go, take a deep breath in, and you are like back up on your feet, like with a sharp pain in your chest, but Pika's like right over you.
I think she just while she was Bungo Cat healing me with her medicine check. The only thing that Violet saw before she resumes consciousness were, well, 5 familiar faces that she saw in her vision. Blurry faces, but very familiar. And then her eyes snapped awake, and then she's back into the world. And then she's overwhelmed with the searing hot pain all over her chest.
Oh no, she's screaming in pain. Pika, that would be the end of your turn, I believe.
Not the first time I see a character survived this, but it still hurts.
Alright, I don't know if you want to hold your action now, Greta.
Greta's gonna go over to Violette. Be like, here, we better get you out of the fray. There, dear, it'll be alright.
Since you're dragging her, that's gonna be a strength check.
Yeah, because Babam trying to drag away 5 feet 3 Dragonborn. Yep. No, she's 5 feet
Yes,
1. My bad.
Well, considering it's still the size difference too,
Mm-hmm.
still that's a strength check. When you want to drag her away out of combat too.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel
This
so
is
bad.
straight up.
Give her-
Die 20 roll
she
because she doesn't have a bonus.
Oh, she doesn't have a bonus for her strength?
No.
Well,
Okay. 13. Alright. So yeah, you are able to like drag her 5 feet away.
well, I'm basket out of luck.
Actually, whenever you're carrying someone, your movement speed is half, so she can move over to 15 feet.
Well, I'm saying like for the roll itself, she's only doing 5 feet for
Okay.
like just for like the size as well. Higher than that, she's out of combat.
So, am I allowed to unhold my action now?
Yep. So, well, first it's Ziegler's turn now.
Yep. I hope you're happy, Ziegler.
Oh, he is very angry now.
Oh,
He rushes up directly to her, not with the axe, but is going to essentially grab her by the face and slam her into the ground.
Ooh.
Oh,
Similar to
that's
how
unarmed attack.
similar to how Broly does when in Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
All right, but that's
And that
unarmed.
will be an athletics check.
Okay. A contested athletics check.
Yep. And I will have
Alright.
advantage on this since I'm raging.
Well, she was raging too.
True.
Alright, so
got
Dirty 20.
double rage up in here.
what does that go against?
She needs to make for me an opposing athletics check.
No, what stat?
Strength.
I thought it was athletics.
That's 12. So she would not meet it.
Yep. He is essentially going to force her to go prone by taking her by the face and slamming her into the ground. Your fight is with me.
Alright, well, you still have an unarmed strike for doing that, I believe.
I do. You want me to roll
Well, for
damage?
knocking her... Yeah, you just roll for unarmed attack.
Okay. Let me just go see what my clause is. Oh, it's a +6 since I'm still raging, but this will be my last turn in this current rage.
Uh-huh.
So that's a damage of 9.
Yep. But she's raging as well, so that not will be reduced to a 5.
Okay.
Alright. With your mighty clawed hand, you grab her by the head, raising her up above, then slamming her down into the stage.
The music stops.
BAM!
Oh, she's down.
Boy.
Oh my
Daisy
gosh.
is unconscious and defeated.
Oh my god.
The audience is gasping, shocked, but the majority of them are all cheering from that display, and Toadsworth falls fainted.
Should he have like an X too?
Alright.
Alright.
I am going to perform a medicine check to try to get her back up.
Okay.
What?
Alright,
Yeah.
roll medicine.
Now he's gonna muscle bungle cat. Oh!
Essentially, just goes up to her, just gives her some light taps on the cheek.
Alright, Daisy is back up to 1 hit point. And but since she was unconscious, she went out of rage. She woke.
And he's out of rage as well.
She flung her hair back and she just cheered, "Woo! That was fun!"
Indeed. And you see him list off to the side and collapse. Unconscious.
And she falls back to just letting out a deep breath. Whew, I haven't had that much fun in a long time. Toadsworth. He just jolts up. Yes, princess? You mind getting the soldiers up here and healing us all? Right. Gray, go around and heal everybody.
Yes, Toadsworth.
So can I walk up to Daisy real quick?
Yeah. And while you're doing that, Gray's gonna go around and start healing everybody. So, everyone, you all recover to max HP, but you don't recover any spells or actions that you used for this battle. You're just back to max health.
Oh man, I wasted my healing
Okay.
potion.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
So yeah.
Anyway,
And Violetta, was it?
Then when she was finally healed up, well, she kind of flinched the moment she actually someone actually called her out. She kind of
Do you have prestidigitation?
She was hunched down lower, like you can't really read her face because her hair is all over. Until one hand just reaches to her face, brushes off most of her hair, and then she straightens up her back and says, "Well, of course I have prestidigitation. Is there any of them out there?"
Guys, my dad's calling me. Sorry.
It's okay.
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 Alright.
Good night.
Good night. All right, but yeah, don't worry. We're almost finishing up, anyways. So yeah,
Okay, I gotta go get a piece of pie.
so, yeah.
Enjoy the pie.
All right.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, so with that, just cast precipitation on everybody so that everyone's clothes are repaired, and Daisy's gonna get back into her dress and desummon that axe of hers.
Ooh, that was so much fun.
Your Highness?
Yes? Button, was it?
Yes, yes, Button, Starlock Supreme, at your service. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you single me out? I wasn't exactly the one who called you up here.
Sorry, I get into the heat of the moment when I'm in battle.
Yes, right.
I
guess.
know that feeling. As you just hear, he just winds his neck in a circle, and you just hear crack, 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 crack.
Ooh.
Oh, and Violette, dear, no hard feelings. I apologize for that egregious behavior on you. Even if anybody here were to be unconscious, I wasn't gonna let anybody die. That's why I always have my court mage with me. Isn't that right, Gray? Yes, Your Highness.
Oh, she's the court mage. Okay.
Violette, yeah, there's a bit of a twitch into Violette's corner of Violette's mouth, but eventually she said, "Well, in that case, I apologize for such cutting words like that. It's the only thing I know of when it comes to dealing with such hard situations."
Okay. So then,
I'm done.
Princess Daisy, I would also like to apologize for throwing that Eldritch Blast at you.
oh no, but I must say that you do have a knack for your magical skills.
Yes, well, I am chosen of Star Road after all.
Is that so? Oh, before I forget, we must get on with the ceremony. We don't want to keep everybody waiting.
Oh yes,
at which
that's
point-
right.
He will
I need to-
approach Princess Daisy and hold out a clawed hand. Well fought, Princess. No.
Oh.
Princess
Thank-
Daisy.
Oh, and same to you, Ziegler.
And she would shake the hand. Everybody's just applauding the performance.
Even Button claps a little bit. Although he's more clapping for Daisy and not so much Ziegler.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is
everybody.
fair. I enjoy. That's one of my bonds. Is let's see where is it? I have little respect for those who are not a proven warrior. She has proven herself. Thus, she has earned his respect.
So,
Now,
I'm just gonna skim through this real quick since we're gonna be approaching on time. But she will say like, and for this performance and for your heroism for saving Peach, she holds out a sack that was given to her by Greg before she left the stage. We've each procured for you one magical item for you to use on your for you to bring back to your homes. And I will give you your magic items in DMs when we get to them.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so when she gives you all your magical items, she then will conclude saying, "Everyone, turn your faces to the skies above, and we'll end this festival with all of us making a desired wish up above."
Oh.
So-
I see Pika. When she looks up to the sky, she actually takes her mask.
So yeah, all the toads are closing their eyes and holding their hands out so they can, as they all silently make their wishes.
No.
I look up to the sky as well, but I also pass a glance over to my staff and says, "Thank you for giving me a chance to make my wish a reality, old buddy."
Aww.
But
There
then,
has a tear going down her cheek.
okay,
I
As-
think
so-
Violet would be like when she looks up into the stars. She was quiet for a while, and the only thing that if anyone is actually close by, she only mutters, "I wish," and everything else was very too quiet for anyone to hear.
Can I make a check to see if I heard it?
I'm gonna say hold off on that.
Okay.
Because like I said, we're running on time. So the last thing that we'll end this session on is all of a sudden the sky is being covered by thick clouds as a rolling thunderstorm is rolling on by, but this is not a natural thunderstorm. As you can hear whirring and clattering coming from it.
Oh lord, it's a warp storm.
Oh.
But the last thing you see for this session coming out of this storm cloud is this.
Let's look here.
What
Oi,
is
an airship.
that?
It's
Oh my.
a junky looking ship has entered the sky above the festival. And
It's not Tempest Shadow, is it?
and this is where we'll end the session.
Oh. Again, I am sorry for initiating a boss fight there. But
If anything, it made the session more interesting.
yeah, Daisy tempted him with a good fight. So,
what did you all think of this session tonight?
I apologize for the just one F-bomb, but I was so caught up in the moment, the filter just went off just then and there.
So the question remains, do I count that as 1 or 2 swears?
F-bombs are worth 50 cents.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
So that would bring the
You
grand
did say
total
that.
up to 6.
Uh-huh.
So between the two of you, I am currently owed
$1.50.
$1.50.
Okay, duly noted.
But
So
yeah,
I'll just put that on your guys' tab.
So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the session tonight.
It was incredible.
That was
Oh my
great,
goodness.
man.
I was
Yeah, this was quite the.
I'm sorry if I was loud.
terrible.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
actually had a lot of fun too, I do.
honestly, this honestly got a little off track because of Steve's initiation for battle, but this did come up with a nice little twist to the combat and made things a little
So did you actually?
challenging, especially for a level 2 and
Ah,
So question: Did you actually make a full character sheet for Daisy and everything, or was that all improvised?
this was I was using a creature stats. I was using the berserker stats from that.
oh,
And just going
okay.
from there. Yeah,
Well done, though.
Yeah, I use the creature stats from the player's handbook for these combats, like the knights and everything.
So how did you think of it?
Great. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Hey, this
And-
really got to stretch out your combat prowess for all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact. When I was Yep. Fun fact, what I was waiting for when I was holding my action was for her to attack me so I could use my action to actually go into my shell.
Oh.
So I would then have a bonus action to get out of the shell and then an action to attack. Essentially, I was baiting her.
Oh, I get ya. All right, so
But still,
So, I was hoping for this to go longer without that detour on the boss fight, but I'd say that's a pretty good way for me to prepare for more stuff next time.
Yeesh.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So
Oh my goodness.
I'm glad you all enjoyed, and I hope you all in the chat enjoyed that as well.
I apologize for any
Definitely-
ears I have broken today.
This was definitely a more combat-focused chapter, but I hope next session we'll get the actual story going.
Somebody needs to draw Daisy as a barbarian. It might be me, but who knows?
Or Makoto, who knows?
I'm also thinking of drawing out Violette with her wings, though. Although I do say that
Yeah, please.
I know that I depicted her when it comes to the butterfly amethyst wings, but another idea came to mind, and that's like dragonfly wings. I don't know. I don't know which one is better.
So dragonfly wings are long and kind of thinnish. So
Think Astalos wings, son.
Oh.
So, anyways, I hoped you all enjoyed tonight, and I hope you all come by next time. And thanks again for Jay for being the host for the stream.
Indeed.
indeed, we're gonna
And
see
thank you,
who's
Dom.
currently doing anything at the moment. Looks like no one I know. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and call it for the night.
I still can't believe Vicious Mockery is about to be my go-to thing. Huh?
Oh no. Good news. I have found a Daisy Barbarian. Already drawn.
Oh,
Bad news?
Bad news. It is very not safe for work.
Yeah, no, but at least
no
give,
thanks.
honey,
Yeah,
at
I got
least-
my limits. I'm not putting it here.
Okay.
Honey, at least give that to me so I have something to work on.
yeah, share it to me in DMs as well. But anyways, I hope you all
Okay.
enjoy, and I wish you all a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Well,
We will see you again in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Indeed.
I still can't believe Vicious Mockery is starting to become my own thing when it comes to Violette. I mean, in a situation like that, I actually want to admit, dang it, what'll I do? What'll Fergus do? And then I looked into Vicious Mockery, and that's the one thing that came to mind. And
Raven's Lover, to answer your question, we're basically doing the campaign every other week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that we're basically doing it to be a little nicer on everyone's schedule and to give everyone a little time to rest between campaigns. Anyway,
There's
I'm
your way, hun.
going off the air. Bye.